Oh wait, hang on.
No.
False alarm.
Okay. So Slobs didn't crash, it was just having the epileptic moment.
Is it recording?
Yes? No, maybe.
I don't know. I can't tell.
Apparently,
Hello guys. Sorry.
Message now.
Please.
Yeah. Apparently we're not even sure if we're live, let alone.
We are
So what's
we're
everyone
live.
voting?
It's just I don't know whether it's recording
What's
to my
everyone voting the
computer
referendum
or not.
tomorrow? A, B, C or D? Or E?
C.
I think I was going to give a
It
C
doesn't
as well.
seem to want to record.
Although I'm not...
I was going for E. I like E.
It's fine, just means I have to
chaos.
download it later.
The very chaotic
Yeah.
element of it.
Guys, we are live.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we are
We'll
live.
just discuss
That's
some
fine.
politics on
Discuss
Twitch.
some
There's
politics.
nothing wrong with that.
Politics.
That's fine, it's not being recorded.
Oh, that's no worries.
It's also
Anyway,
not real politics. Guernsey doesn't have that good a system.
Guernsey doesn't count.
So, onwards with the intro.
Yeah.
Hello, I am the Great Wizard Merlan, and we are here continuing with Pathfinder 2nd Edition playtest.
Apparently.
Apparently. And we are finally under the Tabletop RPGs category, being as it exists now.
Yay.
Yes. So all the people that were getting like upset and everything at the fact that we were never on the right thing because it was always D&D. It only had D&D.
Yeah, this is a very, very recent change.
Yeah, so I'm happy.
And let's face it,
Summoning the demons hell.
and Pathfinder is just D&D rebranded.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
It
much.
does use the OGN 3.5. So.
Eh.
Probably a bit too geeky.
So, we actually have James with us today, being as he's not working / doing whatever else he's doing.
Yeah, you've got a couple of like little green phallic objects in the front of the screen. I know.
Yeah,
You can
that's...
see some of them.
There he is.
It's a hat.
Ignore the man under the camera.
It's an ass.
So, obviously, we're going to continue from where we left off last week, which was... Hang on.
We spent all the time fighting some hyenas.
Oh, yeah, that's
But
right.
they were null attack hyenas.
So, very quickly before we start, in interests of the way the playtest works, try not to roll anything without telling me what it is first, so that I know what's actually being rolled, so I know what I'm putting that against.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to know exact numbers of what's been rolled because of the way the crit and fail system works.
Oh, okay.
So I do need to know what you've rolled, why you've rolled it, and what the actual number is.
Yeah, so, that's fair.
Yep.
So, announce what you're
I
doing.
rolled a d4 because I liked it, and it rolled a 4. Okay, you lose that much intelligence.
D4s are all
Starting off on a penalty.
D4s
Wait,
are
I
awful
can't lose
dice.
4. That would make me 0. Well.
You are now legally brain dead.
They're like the Nickelback.
Yeah,
of
now
dice.
you're just catatonic.
Nickelback of dice. Yeah, 11. Oh, yeah, hate him.
Uh,
Okay, 99% so of the people hate him.
Like Marmite.
last
Love
time
how
we
you
left
made it.
off, we had just introduced the new characters. They had been told that the Order of the Palatine Eye have deciphered a book from one of its members in a city a bit of a ways off, who has found a book, thanks to a group of adventurers, relating to the Last Theorem. The Last Theorem is a very long lost book that no one knows much about, but there's notes on it which have allusions to what could possibly be in it. And it has made a mention of something called a countdown clock, which is counting down, theoretically, to something.
To us dying, is it some sort of death clock?
That's potentially the assumption, but this group has been gathered together because they've discovered the location of one, and they are wanted to go and find this countdown clock. However, they have a countdown of their own going on because there's another group that the Order of the Palatine Eye knows of, who are evil, who are looking for this clock as well.
It's in Europe, and it's the final countdown.
Final countdown.
So the group has been tasked with going to get it, and they have 9 days total from when they set out before they reckon that the Night Heralds, the evil group, are going to get there first. So far, they have taken 4 days, and into the start of their 5th day, they have started traversing up the side of the mountain to try and find the secret hidden back entrance.
Yeah, we're going through the back doors.
They have found some hyenas,
Yep.
which they have ended up having to kill because they were part of a normal
Hunting group
of sorts. Masters have been nowhere to be seen, but they were trained for hunting, killing, and taking people away to eat, do whatever the gnolls do. But they killed those. That fight took a little while, and after that, the group carried on, found some sand flats. At which point, 2 of the number managed to fall into quicksand.
Just as I was pointing it out.
Yep.
Just after Lucy had said, beware, there might be sand pits.
I don't like the country.
So 2 people fell into the quicksand.
Be careful, there may be quicksand. Oh look, there's quicksand. They've fallen in the quicksand.
Wait, can I have a
So
yes.
the group just managed to get the 2 people who fell in out.
I saved their asses.
I actually managed to help with that somehow.
Just as they were getting themselves out, from a mound of sand nearby burst a creature called an ankeg. Big insecty thing.
Oh yeah, I think it's a landfish.
Oh my lord!
He genuinely thinks it's a fish.
I thought it was crab people.
It's insectile, sort of like almost like a crab ant cross
Scorpion?
type thing.
Not
a scorpion.
No. A scorpion without a tail, a whip scorpion.
Sort of, yeah. He genuinely thinks it's a fish. And that's where we left off. So, you had been making the trip with them.
Mm-hmm.
However, you'd fallen behind a little bit and were struggling up the hill a little bit.
This
just
is
because
how you were acting.
And you've just caught up with them as they've been pulling people out of the sand. And if I could get you, just before we start, to make a perception check.
I rolled a d20, I rolled a 1.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Good
That
start.
gives me a 7.
Good start.
This is, yeah, very good start.
Okay. You can only see your group.
Okay.
You can see the pit that's next to them because they've clearly just pulled someone out of it, but you can only see your group.
Okay.
So, starting off, I do need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Do I have to roll
Perception.
perception again then?
Based off perception, yeah.
It is based off perception. You get a separate roll for your initiative.
Oh.
Okay, well it's not horrible, but it could have been a lot better.
It's pretty bad.
I rolled a 20,
Samesies.
I got a 6, and gives me 12.
I rolled a 1, that gives me 9.
Looks like we may
I rolled a
have to
5,
have,
that gives me 11.
a stats off, because mine is also 12.
I rolled a 19, that gives me 26.
I got.
Well, no,
I
who's
didn't
going
get
first?
Oh, good.
Oh.
Not overdoing it.
No, you got 9, didn't you?
Yeah.
I got 12. No, I didn't get 12.
Oh, okay. So yeah, stat off.
Starting well.
Okay, so anyone who got above a 20. 26. Yeah.
26.
There's always just one clear leader. It's like, yeah, I'm miles ahead of the pack. Everyone else is somewhere. around.
Regrettable.
Anyone else got above 15?
So Lizzie is a Kiana.
Oh, yay!
Oh, hi Tubber Dan. Hi
Oh, yeah.
Digi Dude. Hi Wolf Paw.
Oh, yeah.
Hi Great Wizard Merlan.
Yeah, that's me.
And hi Wolf Paw again.
Did anyone have between
Yes, hello.
a 15 and a 20?
No,
15.
15.
Oh yeah, no, you're 15.
15 and a 20.
15 as well. Which of you has the higher dexterity?
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
It's just
Lucy didn't have 15.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't
No,
have 15.
No.
Okay,
Sorry,
sorry.
I got
So you had a
confused.
15.
Yes.
Okay, you are.
I don't like this
boom,
character
yeah.
sheet.
Boom.
I'm just having
Boom.
my stats all at the
Oh,
Yeah.
So we were just discussing it before we went on stream. There is also a version 2 of the character sheets which is laying out in a different way because of the way people don't enjoy the layout. We were actually discussing it.
they're also onto rules 1.3.
That didn't take long.
So between 10 and 15.
Oh yeah, yeah. 11.
Maybe
12.
maybe not raise
11.
your arm like that.
Why not? Oh.
Actually, 12. So Dex's.
Dex is what was it? 14.
14!
Oh, next stat.
Up until the 1930s, that was actually the
What's
Olympics
your
and
base perceptions each?
6.
6!
Roll a dice. Tell me which of you.
I'm an
gets
expert.
fucking higher.
I am just trained.
In that case, yes,
Yes.
that's a good point.
Good
I'll take
tiebreaker.
that.
Hooray, we got somewhere.
Eventually.
Why do you keep causing race incidents?
I don't know.
Got Johan. What was your
9.
Nine.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
What was yours?
Reasonable.
I was. I'm doing a perfect rendition
11.
of the creature.
I already put my. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you are a bit sort of like, taken by surprise by this.
Delayed reaction.
So, before most of you, you have not seen it because you have bad perception. For that.
Oblivious.
So, before you, out of the sound has burst this insectile creature. Kiara gets to go first.
Landfish.
Kiara and
I'll
her
hit you with a
Velociraptor.
fraction of a second.
But wait, is she going to attack or not? 'Cause it's a bird.
She isn't identified yet though, so.
I have. We did that last session at the
Yeah.
end of last
Yes.
session.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
She did identify it as
It's
an
some
anchor.
sort of land sea crab.
Yeah,
And
he
he
went,
still
it's
thinks
the
it's a fish.
landfish. And
Well, yeah,
I'm
I
like,
rolled
no,
a 1 on
you're
my
an
knowledge
idiot.
check, so it's like it's a landfish.
Reflects the player well.
Yeah, so it doesn't class as an animal, does it?
It does.
It does.
It
Okay.
does class as an animal.
That makes.
That is one of its keywords.
Aminoid.
It's all about the keywords now in every system.
I'm going to cast a spell,
Okay.
and it looks like nothing happens.
Well, no good if
I'm
I
casting
get
speak with animal.
You can't speak with animal. Okay. How many actions is that one?
Whoa. Do not touch the dice.
I'm only now trying to cast a spell, and it goes confetti.
You're a real mage!
Why don't you ever do that?
Because he's not a real mage.
Twitch his fingers and make confetti.
Just roll it.
Because I don't wanna make
spell
it.
the
Yes,
name
but
of
it was
the
meant to be
creature so I
imagining
can write
yourself.
down my notes.
It is ANKHEG. So it's an ankeg, but locally it is also known as an ancrav. It's the same thing, but it's a different name for it.
It's known locally.
And crab sounds like land shark!
It's known locally as a
Okay.
murder monster.
I'm going to be diploming.
Okay, so you're going to try diplomacy with it. Do you have handle animal, or is it nature now just for handle animal?
I think it's just nature.
I could use my animal law in conjunction with it.
So because you sort of identified it last time, you would know that as a somewhat insectile creature, it is not intelligent enough to actually diplomacy with.
Okay. Then I wouldn't have cast speak with animal.
That's fine.
Let's just backtrack that a little bit
Yeah,
then.
no, that's fine because you do know that it is not actually that intelligent.
Just trying to
It is a
hold it
fairly
or
base creature.
protect us or do something. Confuse it.
Okay, so I'm going to turn to Bitey
Use a giraffe
Yep.
call.
and tell him to only attack if it attacks me.
That's gonna be
Okay.
that's gonna be the main
Are you doing anything
A
else?
giraffe.
Hey guys, I'm not fighting this. Good luck.
Damn it.
Why did you bring her?
Can we fight it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
just don't want. I don't want to hurt it. I'd rather we, run away and not face it at all and leave it to go about its business and but
I'm all for that.
okay, so that's your turn, then,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm literally spending my time going, I don't want to hurt it.
I don't wanna.
From behind you all, in front of you, and you do see this,
Ah!
but from behind you all,
Yep.
another one bursts out of the ground,
Smeg.
which nobody actually rolled high enough to see.
Oh god.
Oh.
And it's going to use its spray acid ability.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm okay with this.
So, it spews acid in a 30-foot cone,
I don't think it's that type of acid.
which,
I'm still okay with this.
because you were trying to identify it, I would imagine you stepped forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Two of you had fallen into the thing with dusting yourself off.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that Burke.
Oh, my
Phone.
face.
Yeah.
Yep. So Johan, Boom, and which one are you again?
Me.
Garrick.
Garrick, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, because I did help him
Johan,
get out.
Boom, and Garrick. You are all in this.
Yay.
So I need you to roll me a reflex save.
Oh crap. 18.
Oh fuck. 10.
14.
Okay.
Can I use my feet dodge? Nimble dodge.
I believe Nimble Dodge is the one that gives you a +2 AC versus an attack,
Oh well.
which
I think I'm
won't
getting
actually
acided.
count for this. Yeah, fortunately that won't count for this.
Road.
Yes.
Everything you.
Yeah, it's a rogue thing. I believe it's a reaction to an attack, and you gain +2 versus that attack.
Oh, they're going to make it 12 even.
Yeah, to your AC.
Is it nimble dodge?
Nimble,
Yeah,
Nimble Dodge.
it's reaction. You're not encumbered. You're targeted with a melee or ranged attack by an attacker that you see.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it applies in this one.
No,
Okay.
this doesn't because it's just a
Yeah.
save.
So, how much
you
do I
two,
get?
you two fail.
Ow.
Oh.
No, sorry, you
Oh,
you
yay.
succeed. You two fail.
Oh.
Sorry, modelling up there.
Uh-oh.
So you take half. You
Okay.
two will take full from this.
Ow.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh man, my threads!
Your friends, my friends.
Um,
I bought fine clothing.
Okay, so you immediately take 13 points of acid damage. You take 7.
Cool.
Ow.
But
Ow.
still rounded down in for player favour.
And the two of you take 3 points of persistent acid damage.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh, so ours isn't persistent yet.
So next round you'll take 3 points.
And then the round after that you'll take 3 points, and the round after that you'll take
Yeah.
3 points
I
until.
don't know how long it
With the
lasts.
persistent, I believe you can spend one of your actions to basically brush it off and stop it dealing persistent damage.
Rude.
Roll around on the ground.
Yeah, that's one option. So, out of the ground behind you, this other one just pops up and just blasts acid at you guys. And with its last action, because that took 2 of its actions, it moves forward into melee range with you.
Uh-oh. This is bad.
Okay, so
Okay.
the other one uses one of its actions to move forward to you.
Yep.
It is going to attempt an armor-rending bite.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay, so it scuttles forward and then attempts with its mandibles and tries to bite onto you. And you step backwards and it just misses. That is all of its turn because the armor-rending bite also takes 2 actions. Boom.
You're cheeky!
What are you throwing? What are you throwing?
Alchemist fire.
Okay. So
19
range
to hit.
attack.
What about
19 to hit.
You get some Sedelma's fire.
Okay, that just hits.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
That's excellent. That was great.
Yep, so roll damage.
Roll dice. That is 5 points of fire damage.
Okay. 5 points of fire damage.
You get 1 dice.
Yeah, it's alchemist fire.
Yeah, but it's supposed to do persistent damage and splash.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
5 is
one
the
persistent,
splash.
one splash.
Okay, you take 1 splash,
Sorry.
and it is currently on fire for persistent
So,
damage.
I kind of went, acid! Fire!
A different kind of burning!
Feeling it off!
I'm burning.
you-
I'm burning, but
You
differently.
currently have.
It's not good differently.
So you have some of this
Bad
acid on
differently.
you, which is currently starting to try and eat its way through your armor into your body, as well as you are now slightly on fire.
Only slightly.
Maybe it'll
You
burn
don't
the
get
acid off. It's
persistent
not burning the
fire
acid
damage. You only take the 1 point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It's not persistent, but it's just there's little bits that are singeing.
I'm not feeling great right about now.
I don't
Okay,
feel
so
so good
that's
with
because you've got quick draw with your bombs, so that's
Yep.
1 action.
Yep. Although if that was a close call, I'm just going to draw my dog slicer and move the other side of the big nasty thing.
Okay, yep, no worries. So you draw your weapon and then you move.
Yep.
Okay, Kolentar.
Trying to flank the thing.
Bless you.
It's fine.
Thank you.
So I'm in flanking with
So.
this skimmer.
Yeah. About that.
What have you done?
Oh no, it's what I'm going to do when it gets to my turn.
Are you going to drop?
Yeah, so Kolentar.
Oh,
It's your
not me.
turn.
I could.
Sorry.
Carefully.
Yeah, you're alright. I was not expecting that. How far away is the ankhead that's not looking at me?
I'd probably say about 20 feet.
Cool. I will rush up to it.
Yep.
I will quick draw,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will double stab.
Okay. So make your attacks.
Stabby, stabby.
So that's one at full bonus, one at -5.
No, I'm using double slice, so the second one is at -2.
Okay.
So an abysmal 9 and a 17.
Okay, the 9 is a critical failure.
19 for the second one.
Okay, so yeah, so the 9 is a critical failure.
Yeah. And the other one?
The other one hits.
Excellent. I will choose to take the second roll then.
Mm-hmm.
D8s.
Choices. I choose the critical failure.
22 points of damage.
There we go. There's the damage that we missed.
Yeah.
So,
With as he rushes up and stabs it.
so Commental lurches forward, pulls out his 2 weapons, and just jams them both into its back. So it sort of rears up.
Hooray! Fighters here!
That's 22, you said, sorry?
Yay, the fight is
It-
no longer
It
faffing
counts
about.
as 2 attacks, but it counts as 1 total damage.
Yep.
In case it's got anything to reduce it.
No trouble. So that is your turn, Garrick.
Okay. So, I'm going to use one action. Yeah, one action to try and get the acid off me.
Yep. So you clear the acid, you stop it sort of burning through things.
Yeah. I'm going to use one action, because it is a one action spell, to cast Jump.
Okay.
The only thing I'm not 100% on is, do I have to use an action to jump?
Okay.
Or
so
does it?
jump?
Yeah.
Take a look, it's in the book.
So, jump. The leg surge of strength, giving you the ability to leap high and jump far. You jump either vertically or horizontally, or a mixture of the two, 30 feet without touching the ground. You must land on a space of solid ground within 30 feet of you, or else you fall after taking your next action.
Yeah. So.
It doesn't require you to make another action.
Yeah, so it functionally moves you as part of your casting.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm going to jump. So I'm going to basically jump. Away. Yeah, from the combat. As far as I can get.
Nope.
So, you're going to take the horizontal jump of 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm out. Boing.
Okay, so you throw yourself back 30 feet with that spell.
On the rogue page.
You do still have one more action.
Cool. I'm going to use my last action to drink
Yes.
a potion.
No.
Okay.
It's,
Which is, where is it?
I think it's a feature. It's not down
Blah,
to
blah,
the
blah. Yeah, so one of my lesser elixir of lives.
Okay.
So that takes 1 resonance point.
It does take 1 resonance point because we, found that rule and don't like it, but we're still using it.
Requires a resonance point.
Cool. Oh god.
That's probably going to be in all our feedbacks. Resonance points.
Oh god.
Sucks.
I give myself 5 points of healing
Okay.
back from 3d6.
Yep. So you get yourself 5 points of healing back.
There endeth my turn.
So
That was a great start.
So Garrett pats himself down, jumps back 30 feet out of nowhere, and glugs something. Johan.
okay, am I taking persistent damage from all this acid?
Currently, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop, drop, and roll,
Okay. Yep. So you spend 1 action to get rid of that.
and then while I'm still on the ground, be reaching for my rapier, so I'm ready to go for. Actually, I've got another action because that's I've got quick draw. So
You've still got 2 actions because actually putting it out, regardless of how you do it, given that you're a rogue, I'm happy to say that you can sort of tumble and get straight back up.
okay, well let's go stabbing then.
Yep. So you've got two actions.
Stabby with the rapier.
Yep.
Okay, so my rapier.
Stabby.
What do I need?
Lots of things.
What do I need to hit the creature?
So you roll your d20 and you add your attack modifier.
Okay, what am I going for? Okay, well I've got a 21.
21, that hits.
Damn right it hits. Is it good enough for a deadly hit though?
No, it is
Yeah.
not a critical.
Okay.
Oh.
Damage 5. So that's 7.
Okay, 7 points of
It
damage.
hasn't got my strength. Oh no, sorry, no, it's plus 3 because I'm finesse. So that'll be 8.
8 points damage. Okay, so that one's looking pretty beat up, and it's sort of got a lot of blood pouring from the couple of wounds that it's taken.
I will try another attack.
Yeah,
Minus.
Go for it.
what is
Minus
5.
5 for your multi attack.
Yeah.
How bad?
Yeah, it's 9.
So that's a crit
9.
fail.
Okay, so yeah, you critically fail. So
really?
you
Oh shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you, as you go to attack it, you jab in the first one and catch it quite heftily onto the between the carapace. With the second one, you dart forwards and try and catch it, but you scrape your arm along its mandible, taking a point of damage.
Ow. Okay.
So that is your turn. Aletha.
Okay. My first action is hunt target.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for there's 2. One is behind us, one is in front of us, but both are taking damage, haven't they?
No, the one in front of us
Yeah,
hasn't.
the
It's
one in
attacked
front of
me.
her hasn't been touched, and it has failed to attack
Okay.
her. The other one has had the ever-living daylight kick
Okay,
at it.
well, hunt target the other one.
Stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
Quick
stabby.
draw
Bastard swords do
my
piercing
bow,
damage.
and then I take 2 attacks. Hunt target
Could
means
do.
that my second attack I only take a -4 instead of a -5 too. So
Sure.
I'll try that.
Yep, so if you roll your attacks then.
18
18 does not hit.
and taking off 4, 8 plus 9 is 17.
No,
No,
unfortunately
neither
neither
hits.
hits. So, you do hunt target and you quickly draw your bow out and you fire 2 arrows, but unfortunately the arrows just skid off the top of its chitinous shells. So with that, goes back round to the top to Kiara.
He tried to attack you.
Mm-hmm. It has tried to hurt me.
They're just like, come on, just face plant the floor already.
You don't even have a name tag.
Come on, Law of the Jungle. You can kill to eat or to stop from being eaten.
Mm-hmm.
Good old rule of the jungle.
Yeah.
Watch out for that tree.
That's George the Jungle.
Close enough.
Yeah. So as you're doing what you're doing, a couple of arrows have just fired forwards and tinged off its shell.
Good. The same about it tinging, but at least they were fired. I'm not stupid. I know that I'm not going to be able to kill this on my own, even with a velociraptor.
Bitey. Do bitey things.
Bitey, bite.
Bite it. Lacerate it.
Bitey,
Bitey, use the Gurut wire.
nut it.
So for this, I'm going to be using one of my wands.
Okay, yeah.
It says range touch, so I actually have to touch it with the wand, or
Oh yeah. Let's make sure that
I
I
don't know how wands
take
work
off
entirely.
one of my
Okay,
potions.
So yeah, so that functionally you'll have to make a touch attack with it.
Touch. Right, how do I do a touch attack?
Physically you have to touch it. So you roll your attack for however you're doing this, and then you
I know, but what do I do to the
spell
roll?
spell bonus. We'll go with spell bonus.
Oh yeah, because last week we did the spell roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is 21.
That'll hit.
Woo!
Okay. And shocking grasp.
Okay.
I have a wand of shocking grasp. Yes.
Nice.
I have an electro stick.
You have a stun baton.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Capital prize.
What does that do?
Yeah. Are there any saves or anything, or is it literally just if you hit
Nope.
you damage? Cool.
If I hit, I damage.
That's fine.
Really?
Has it got any metal on it?
Not that you can see.
Oh yeah, no save because it depends on your like to hit, to hit roll and stuff. So
Reset
Yeah,
by the way. A reset by the way.
And it wasn't a crit hit.
yay! Thank you for
No.
the resub.
Okay.
Awesome.
So that'll be 12 points of damage.
Well,
Do we have to keep doing it?
Alright.
Or does it do it automatically?
No, you have to do it, or you have to do it manually.
I should probably reset then.
okay,
Yeah,
so
got PRDs.
that is
That is 1.
one action. Yep.
Gotta pay our subs to the club.
Screw it. I'm gonna go again.
Okay, -5 for multi-attack.
Ah, go again.
Does it use a charge if I fail to hit it?
Yes, it
Yes.
does.
Unfortunately, yes.
I only have limited uses. I am not going to do that again.
Okay.
For this one, I am going to do that one. Sorry, finding pages and shit.
Pages.
If while we're sort of going through things like this, people can think about what it is they want to do on their turn, so we can.
Ready?
So does that mean it needs 2 actions?
Yes.
Okay. Then I won't be doing that.
It's a
I
good
need
See, I sit there and I watch YouTube videos about it, and I work out all the things I
one
do
to
wrong
tell.
when I make a
Oh,
4th
actually, I don't need to tell Bunty to attack because I said attack it if it attacks me. So that's still running.
You would still need to give it a direction to actually do something.
Okay. That's what I thought the other thing was doing, which was attack it if it attacks me. That was giving it a direction
No,
to do
I
something.
suppose for your previous turn, that would probably be considered a hold action. So yeah, I'll give you its move for the last one and the attack, but for this turn you need to make a separate one as well.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to roll an attack with it for the last one.
So that is a 26.
That'll hit.
Damn.
I rolled a 19.
Ah.
So that's with its jaws. 12 damage.
Okay, so
I'm
back to
happy.
sort of this turn. So you've used one action to get it to do anything else. Again, you'd need to use another action.
My action is telling it to kill him.
Okay.
So yeah.
Bitey bite.
Bitey, kill. Yeah. So my third action, I'm not going to be doing anything because most of my spells require 2.
Yep, fine.
So
Shoot to
this
kill,
will be
shoot to kill,
it
shoot to
attacking
kill.
it again.
Bite to go.
So I can do 2 and 1 at -5 for him, can't I?
Yes.
Come on.
Got some more.
That is a 25,
That'll hit.
and the second one is a natural 20 for a 27.
Okay, that will obviously hit. That's with the -5.
Oh no, for 22 then.
That's fine, but it's
the -5.
still a
Still
crit. So
Yeah.
That's fair.
So for the first, that is 16 damage from a bite, and the second one was its talons. You said it was a crit, wasn't it?
yes,
Okay. How does its crit work? Because you haven't marked down what the
double
crit is.
double the roll twice basically.
Okay.
Oh, is that not deadly as well?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Oh, okay. I thought what deadly did was double.
I don't know. Deadly gives you a higher dice than you normally roll.
Yeah.
So your D8 goes up to a D10 sort of thing.
9 damage on the second.
That's including crit damage. Yeah?
Yeah. I rolled
Okay.
poor.
Okay. Yep. So with that, so Bitey runs up and bites it. At which point you jabbed it with the shock wand.
Yep.
And then Bitey's then bitten it on the side of where you reckon the neck is, ripped off a plate, and just sliced its claw into the meat of the creature. And with that, the creature just falls over dead.
Whoa! Yay, Bitey!
So it turns out I didn't need help.
Yeah, I can't do it by myself. Oh, I lied.
So the other one, you've jumped away.
Left
You're pretty
right
close. You're pretty close. So
Don't acid me again.
so it's you have you've stabbed it up close, so it's going to go for you.
Did you kill the one that I had?
No,
No.
Oh, you killed the one that was perfectly fine.
I killed the one that was perfectly fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, Bitey did a lot of work.
No, it was totally me.
Bitey did a lot of work.
21 hit you.
Let's see. Not it. No, my AC is 19, and even if I get the extra 2 for my nimble dodge, that'll still be 21, so that'll be on the
Still
nose.
21.
So, so I get hit.
Okay. So
Question
the
is, will it
damage?
still live?
Will it blend?
Will it blend?
that does 5 points of piercing and 2 points of acid.
Oh.
It is not persistent though.
Silver lining.
Okay. So then it will go for you again.
Better crit. Crit fail, I mean.
Did you all use actions to try and get rid of the persistent damage?
Yes.
They did, yes.
Mm-hmm. That was the first thing I did before I jumped away.
So that'll be an 18.
18 no, AC is 19.
Yep. So it comes forward and bites you across the leg, and then as it rears back and darts forward again, it just
I go
misses.
bang, I'll bat it on the head with the flat of my rapier, and then
No.
Yep. And then with its last one,
Oh god.
it will turn.
3 actions.
Everyone has 3 actions.
Everyone's got 3 actions.
I was rather 2 for some reason.
With its
Well,
last
some
one,
things require more
Yeah,
actions.
because you can never hit with the third attack.
yeah. So with its last one, it will attempt to spit acid at you.
Smeg.
14.
No!
Okay, so it spits the acid at you, and it just misses as you sort of step sideways, and it just slides past you.
You missed.
So with that, then it is your go. Boom.
So to remove persistent damage, you need to make a flat DC 20 check.
Oh.
You can use an action or have a friend use an action, an ally, use an action, which reduces the flat DC check to 15.
Oh.
But that's a persistent. So once they've done it once, it reduces it to 15, and then you don't have to do it again. You just leave the guy there doing this until it makes the flat DC 15 check.
Didn't
Okay.
realise you had to roll for it.
No.
That's fine. From going forwards, we will make sure we do that.
Of course, any form of healing stops the persistent damage immediately.
Oh, that's good to know.
So, did you swig a potion?
I did, yeah. No, I swigged the potion at the end
So
of
that
it.
would have stopped the persistent damage.
Well, I used an action to put myself out, and then I jumped. Then I drank a potion.
So that's fine.
Either way, you're fine.
We'll go back to that.
Okay, so 12.
To hit.
Yep.
Misses.
Thankfully not a fail.
Well, it's a fail. It's just not a critical
I've
fail.
got a critical.
Yeah, we don't want critical fails.
And that's 11, so same result again. Yeah. I'm just going to leg it.
Okay, yeah, so you
Third
swing
action, run
twice
away.
at it, you miss, and then you bugger off out of dodge.
Yeah, I get out of dodge.
Okay, Commentar.
How is it nimble?
So the one that I'm still trying to kill is still there.
Yes, it's
Right.
just in front of you.
Double slicing it again then.
Okay. Bleeding very heavily.
Too bad to be.
25
That'll hit.
and 22.
Either
Hey,
way.
double stab.
19 points damage.
Okay. So, as you dart forwards and jam both the swords in again, you slice upwards and pull your arms apart and just cut it straight into 2 pieces.
Hooray!
Lovely V shape in its carapace.
Hooray!
You chose a good time to catch up.
Do you still have
Hey,
the map?
Clintar.
Do you still have the map?
Hello!
Which way are we going?
Any more
Ah,
things to kill?
Where we going?
yeah, you missed the hyenas.
Okay.
There were
So
hyenas?
from here,
Yep.
you want to keep
Yes.
sort
War
of-
hyenas.
Sorry,
They like cute fluffy doggies.
No.
So, that was around.
Where
so
did
you're
you
starting-
scarred doggies?
So you're starting to move up.
So we
By
need
the
to
way,
swap
has
order.
anyone got any healing?
By the looks of it, yes.
No.
Kiara,
Yes,
what's a hyena if it's not a fluffy doggy?
it's an animal which is closely resemblant to a dog.
Are they cute?
They are
What's your
cute,
reason- what's your
but they are
reason?
very vicious.
No.
Oh.
Think
Version of
the
you.
angriest dog you've
Do you
seen.
have spares?
It was like that
Worse.
poodle once in the pub then.
But
Then that's
worse.
fine, I'll use my
Worse than
own.
the poodle.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was just hoping someone had some kind of
Worse
spell.
Yeah?
In that case, I'm going to glug my other potion.
Okay.
My only other potion.
Okay, so they're not nice doggies.
No.
Do I need to go and kill them then?
Yeah.
They're dead.
Oh, they're already dead?
I didn't want to,
Oh,
but I
you
thought
did
somebody
well.
might have had curing, but... 6.
Garrett, I don't understand why you're complaining about the angry doggies. You killed them.
With that glove. Ah! With difficulty.
Alethra,
Yeah.
we're going this way, dear.
You seem to do pretty well.
We're gonna go
You're
there
still
now.
alive. They're
Yeah.
dead.
Is there going to be more quicksand?
There could be more
If
along the
you're gonna
way.
fall
I believe it took a lot longer than
Possibly.
it should have
Try
done.
not to.
Really?
Yes.
I see now. I can stab things.
Do you need to
But,
ride Duna?
yeah, but good.
Maybe.
Do you want to ride Duna?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, from lower down. What race are you again?
Half
Half. Oh yes. Gnome.
Bew is going to ride
Bew.
my
Bew.
wolf. He's going to ride my wolf.
Okay.
Garrick,
Because
Yes.
it's for quicksand.
did you want to ride Bitey so that you don't get into trouble with quicksand?
I'll pick Garrick up and put him on my shoulder.
Okay.
Happy time for Garrick.
Let's go.
Okay, this is acceptable.
You're probably kind of used to this at this point.
Yeah.
Right, follow me.
Okay.
Remember, make sure to cover our tracks.
Bew, why didn't you notice the quicksand?
If we're going to cover our tracks, shouldn't we
Why did you
put
fall
the
into it?
bodies of those things we just killed in the quicksand?
No, we'll leave them there.
Mm-hmm.
They killed each other.
Okay.
No, I killed that one. You killed that one.
I know, but if anyone comes up to have a look, it depending on how long it takes them, it could just look like they killed each other,
But-
so they don't know that we were here.
But
I-
you killed that one.
We know that we killed them, but no one else will.
Ah, so I have to tell people in the pub.
No.
Hey,
No?
Not yet.
Ready?
Garrick,
Ah!
I'm confused.
What?
There's no pubs around.
Oh, the
There's no pubs around
landfish.
here. This is the
I do the land.
This is
Wait,
the wilderness.
smacking landfish!
I do the crab
Garrick,
person.
am I allowed to tell stories about me killing
Crab person.
crab people
People.
in the mountains when we get back to
Wait.
the pub?
Maybe later.
Yeah, maybe later.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I'm going to need you to sign this NDA.
What? What am I doing with it?
Sign the NDA.
I know, right.
So-
Non-disclosure agreement.
Ah.
Close enough.
Anyway, let's go.
I thought
Yeah,
also
we're,
first we were
we've got
stupid
like
ones.
only 4 days until the night heralds turn up, and they're really nasty. And they seem quite nasty.
Okay.
And I don't really
I thought we had
understand
9
what's
days.
this. It's day 5.
Is it?
Yeah, we've got 4 days left.
Yeah,
That
we-
hill was a lot bigger than you told me it was going to be, Garrick.
Yeah, it took you 4 days.
I'm
Come
so,
on now.
well, we made good time.
Okay.
So you start heading further up the sand flats, going up towards the edge of the platform area. that it's
Stride
on.
ahead of the party, bewilderingly blind to everything that could potentially be dangerous.
That's possibly why I'm on your shoulder.
I'm taking a nap on the wolf.
So, a crystal clear river rushes down the gentle slope of the land. On the river's far side, 3 ratty tents constructed of leather and sticks stand near the river's bank. A couple of crude fishing rods are propped up along the river, and the logs and ashes of a large bonfire rests near the tents.
I see
It's a fishing village, Garrick.
That's why they were landfish.
I say we hide and observe.
I think we should just completely walk around it, go across the river and carry on going. If we stop to see what it is, it will take us way too long and we're going to lose our ground.
I need
However,
to pee,
Go pee over there.
but the rushing water made me need to pee.
We're
Okay, then
outside.
go pee over
We're
there.
outside. Nature is your toilet.
could you perchance put me down before you do that?
Can I hold Bruce?
Thank you.
Can I hold Bruce?
Oh yes. Yeah. Yes. There you go, Bruce. No. Finally some competency. All right, Bruce, calm down.
Where are
Is it
residents?
Foul-mouthed vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, apparently you talk.
Right.
Oh yeah, he can. He speaks common.
I'm going to go urinate in the
points on the
stream.
stamp sheet?
Resonance points.
Yeah.
On the opposite side.
But the fastest way is just to
Uh,
go that way, isn't it? I don't know.
Yes, but we don't want to go through this because if this is what it could possibly be, which is a null encampment, they will immediately try to kill us, and I don't want to kill them unless we absolutely have
Up
to.
the stream.
We can wait till night.
Not my stream.
At their throats.
To see
I
the
don't
camp
want to
and see
waste
what's
time
happening.
standing
Yeah.
here doing nothing when we could be
I
getting
rolled a
further to our
D20, I got an
destination.
18.
That is
What
also
is-
true.
Okay.
Okay.
For his alchemist,
Um,
it's a tense and fire.
So as you're
If
looking
they are
up,
sleeping in them, that would be amazing.
initially there wasn't
If
anyone
they're
sort of
not,
obvious.
It could just be
Um,
hunters.
after a couple of moments of watching,
If they're not,
out
then
of one of the
that could
tents
cause
comes
problems.
a dog-like humanoid creature thing, and it sort of has a look around for something. Goes over to the campfire. Starts poking it a little bit with some kind of stick. Puts it down and moves around behind one of the tents.
Okay, I'll turn around midstream and go, guys, I saw a dog man.
And he's probably seen us by now.
Look, elves are meant to be intelligent.
Everybody,
So-
run this way now.
So the half of me
For
that's stupid,
reference-
that's 100% you.
For reference, this camp is about 400 feet up the slope.
Oh,
so
okay.
you're not actually that close yet.
I
It's
see.
very obvious.
Johan, near, far away. Near, far away.
I am going to be sneaking.
I'm going to go finish peeing now rather than peeing on
to
your
keep
boots.
to keep to
You were
to
still
any cover there
peeing.
is, and yeah.
Tall
You reckon?
man, you
You reckon from where you are at the
So
moment?
do we need to cross the stream before we're going?
Don't cross the streams.
No, don't cross the streams.
As far as
I'm
I'm
already
aware,
peeing in
yes.
The eventual place you need to get to will be across the stream.
Oh, we don't need to cross it yet, so I'll not cross it yet.
Yeah. So just to weigh in on the discussion, it's like, personally, I do believe it would be a good idea to possibly raid this camp, as they might have some interesting supplies.
Raiding is bad.
It may it may attract more.
I'm sorry, I can't understand your
They
accent.
might have supplies, but they also might have a hunting horn, which they would
They're
then
not-
sound and alert all the other hunting parties in the area of their location.
They're gnolls. What are they going to have? Chewed on meat, crude weapons.
Well, you never know. They might have looted something from somebody coming through.
I think we should
Where's
just
your
cross this
accent?
stream and head to our
It
destination.
is there.
I don't think we should waste time with this.
I agree. I think we should do that.
Do you want me to go and ask them what they've got and if they've got a
No.
hunting
No.
No, because they will attack us on sight.
How do you know that? They might be nice dog people. Are they part
Screw it,
hyena?
I'm just crossing the stream, ignoring
Yeah.
them.
With
I
what's
am
happening with the
leaving you
gnolls
now,
currently,
bored now.
they
So
probably
are,
will
are you-
attack
Are you
us.
heading up towards their camp?
No, I'm
Cassie's-
going across the stream.
Across the stream is where the camp is.
We go
Right, so
across the stream, but
hang on.
further upstream.
Right. So what I was thinking is that we were here, the stream was here, and they were here.
No, they're the other side of the stream.
Well, okay, so we're here.
Mm.
The stream is here.
Mm.
They're here.
They're about 400 feet up the way from.
Okay, so can we just
There.
go that way and then around?
Okay, so looking around, just roll me a survival check.
16.
Okay, so looking around, you can see a few different ways you can go that will skirt you far enough around that they will not see you. And you can completely avoid this camp.
I have quiet allies as a feat. Does that mean I can pass on being stealthy to people nearby?
Essentially, yes. I believe it gives a...
I'm on it. I'm on it.
You on it? Cool.
Not you on
Yeah,
your
it's
bloody-
basically
Well-
consequences.
If we were to skate around, is it going to add on a lot of extra time?
Roll me a survival as well.
Okay, you do that.
15.
You reckon it'll probably add about 2 hours? It's not going to be like days of travel, but it's just a couple of hours to avoid the fight, not risk getting stabbed up, you know?
Yeah.
I start walking one of the ways.
Fellows, I have an idea.
Okay, so
Hold
I
on,
start
Phil.
walking off.
I'll go with you. No, he's on my walk, so we'll walk it that way.
Yeah, it's like, no, wait, come back, I need Bruce.
I'm listening.
Yeah, it's like,
I'll be stealthing it.
I
Shall I
say,
roll
how?
for stealthing?
Yeah, so my idea
I'm
is
just
that
saying-
You don't
Bruce
think you'll need to in regards to the knowledge.
can sneak in
But if you do want to be
undetected.
quiet and sneak, you can do.
Yeah, Bruce can sneak in undetected, but partly because he's so small, so he could scope the place out, and see if there's anything interesting in there, and also find out, how many of them are possibly in there.
Question.
Yes.
What if they eat Bruce?
What would you do if they
You're
decided
still
to
at
kill
helping
him?
your allies minimise the noise and glare of their armour. When an allies in
Well,
Well, Garrett, we're paid to do a job within a time limit, and we can skirt around it and go and deal with that. And if they're still here on the way back, we can still loot them on the way back down within our time limit.
I also don't want to risk Bruce's life, like Bruce.
So do I, but
Don't speak.
Well then.
but I'm sure he can take care of himself.
Well, he
Kind
has
of-
to if he's got you as his mate.
Yes.
So everyone's crossing the stream, are
Three of us are.
I have no choice. I'm
So-
on a wolf.
The way they sort of decide that skirting round would be a bit better, so they actually head up the stream a little bit before crossing.
they? Okay. I
And
pick
then
up
go
Garrick,
across.
and I pick up Boom if
What?
he's still sat on the ground.
No, I'm on the
No,
wolf.
he's on a wolf.
Alright, and nudge the wolf along as I walk with Garrick and they can talk.
That's fine. So yeah, so you guys make your way upstream a little way, cross when you're out of sight of the tents. As I said, takes a couple of hours, but you manage to push around and completely avoid that camp.
Yeah, pacifism run.
As
No.
you get past there, you find a relatively steep incline. It's not impassable. If people could roll me survival checks,
That's
anyone who
exactly
wants
what I was
to
doing, actually.
make the effort, yeah.
Non-natural 20.
Okay.
Is this to try and scale it, or?
I think it's to try and navigate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not so
All right,
good.
I'll try.
I'm not so good at what's.
I rolled a good roll.
What does climb?
I've had a good roll.
Go off.
Athletics.
Athletics. I'm better off trying to climb it. I will try and climb it.
Okay, so
That's fine. I'm
Wait,
possibly going to be
exactly.
directing
Time
you.
for my survival, I rolled an 18.
24.
22.
okay.
I rolled an 18.
So who was it that had the highest total? 25. And we had
24.
4,
22.
22,
20.
20.
It's fine. I can direct you. I'm sorry.
Okay. Even with the hideous drop from his massive failure,
Hey! That's not what my mum said.
overall, you critically succeed at that. Hooray! Because all of yours I've used as aid for yours. His detracted because it was quite a failure. So you still managed to beat the DC over critical. So you managed to find a really easy way up the climb. You managed to find all the easiest climbs, ones that don't require like equipment or any real effort.
This way, Luna.
two or 3 foot like climbs at a time. You managed to find all the easiest ways up. And
Yeah, so I'm basically sat on your shoulder, Jane. Just go. Don't step there. Don't step there. Just go that way. That way.
I'm going that way. You keep telling me not to step there.
Got the positioning system. Available at Harrods.
GPS.
even with the fact that you are having to find routes, you're managing to circumvent some of the bigger bits of climbing. This takes you about 3 hours, making your way up. No one falls off anything. No one manages to cock anything royally up.
I'd say we're still making really good time.
Yeah, as you're getting up, if people could roll me a perception check.
This is when I roll shit, because this is when it really matters.
Yay!
Ah, fuck.
24.
Cool.
I rolled a d20, I got 10, I had 6, 16.
Oh, okay.
I have a perception of 8. I rolled an 8. I got 16.
I've got a perception of 6. I rolled a 6. 12.
Yay, Merlin!
I got 6. I rolled 18.
I rolled 1. I have 1. I have 2.
I'm not the lowest, so fuck that.
Oh, where'd the wolf go?
Perception 7.
Wisdom.
I rolled a 3 for a 10.
No, my perception scores are 1.
I don't need 1.
You blind?
Trained, but no wisdom.
So that's 4.
Trained. The only reason you've got that
You're
one
le-
is
you're
because
Trained
you've
is
got
plus
trained.
4.
Trained is
Your
your
proficiency
level.
bonus alone is plus 4.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So
That's
it
why I
should
just looked at all
so
my
it should
skills
actually
and
be
went,
4 then.
my skills are horrifically wrong.
Okay. I rolled 1. I have 4. I have 5.
Okay.
Pretty sure I fail.
Anyone who gets 10 or higher,
Yay.
No.
Just.
anyone who gets 10 or higher, you find across the rocky ground what looks like the site of a small battle of sorts. There's half a dozen dead gnolls. If anyone has medicine, if you want to
Everyone's
inspect the
got
bodies at all.
I'm going to give it a go. Not
6.
I would say you can't actually make this check unless you're trained in it.
Okay.
I just wasted it.
I have law warfare. Can I determine what killed them? If it was a battle.
Oh, I have law underworld. Can I determine how they were murdered?
So you can roll it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I rolled a d20. I got 16. I add 4. I got 20.
Okay.
I got 23.
You don't think it was a crafted weapon of any kind. You see the odd spine and things that don't look like.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a crafted weapon.
Can't believe I just
You
wasted a
decided-
natural 20.
Same. Because it has to be trained, we just both wasted natural 20s.
Yeah. Well,
I wasted an
Offering
18.
survival.
I got a 23 on
Okay, yeah.
underworld.
It was
Underworld
not done by
wouldn't
a
be relevant.
stick.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't
Or
hear
a
it.
sword.
I just I thought because
Or
underworld I
an
would have
axe.
seen lots of people,
Or
lots
a
of people
bigger
being
stick.
murdered.
No, this
Or a
doesn't
smaller
seem to be
sword.
relevant to the
You
underworld.
seen
Or
it,
a
haven't
bow.
Nah.
You got 12, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Or a crossbow.
Some sort of hitting stick.
So no one's trained in
Or a
medicine.
bigger sword.
No.
No.
Okay.
Or a smaller axe.
You
Or a bigger axe.
So.
the little quills in it. If anyone has nature, you can roll that. Again,
Oh wait,
trained.
I still haven't seen it, so
Yeah, it's like. So what you're saying, is.
After a few minutes of them having a look around, having a look at what's there, you do see them. You don't need to roll again. You do actually see them there.
21 on nature.
So what are you saying?
26
What do you think it
nature.
was done
Okay.
by, rather than what it's
12
not?
in nature.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh.
You guys don't know.
Don't like nature.
You identify the quills that are stuck in them as manticore quills.
Do I know?
Right,
Well,
so I'm basically
That's
looking,
Oh.
and then all of a sudden I pick up this thing very carefully.
Okay.
We need to move.
Okay.
Now.
Why?
There's a manticore here.
What's a
Right,
manticore?
get a.
It's very vicious and very deadly.
Well, you have map. Which
Do I
way are
need
you
to
going?
stab it?
I'd rather we don't face it. It will probably kill you.
Which way?
But otherwise, yes, stabbing it is generally preferable.
Well, nothing's killed me. Yeah, I killed everything that's come against me.
That is very good.
Today
I'll
was
pat
good.
you on the head.
Grab the map.
Hi, Ains, Groom.
You did exactly the same thing as what I
Boom.
did.
Boom.
It's
What?
Ein's all going.
Did you
from,
want a
the
manticore
Overlord
quill?
thing.
Yes.
It may help with your potions.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's Ein's all going. It's from Overlord anime.
It's
Yeah,
from
so-
an anime.
Okay.
Big Japanese cartoons, old
Okay,
man.
so
Don't watch no kids' TV no more.
Yes, kids' TV. Good. If that was on Nickelodeon, it would be cancelled.
okay.
Keeping my eyes
Man, they
peeled
used to have
for
tentacles.
any manticore tricks or
So
anything
what?
like that. So did you want me
Used
to
to
roll
have
survival as
tentacles.
well?
Like in Jason the Will Warriors. There was
yeah.
tentacles in that.
Exactly.
Roll
That was kids'
another
TV.
nature.
Just a quick question. Can we still like do take
Oh, it
tens
was in
or
all
take
those
take
French,
20s?
French-
I
Japanese
haven't
corporations.
seen
No,
rules
I
for
know.
them, so no.
No.
I looked that up. No, you can't. Is that a manticore?
Yes.
Yes.
Tinted.
Okay.
It is a lion with the
And I looked at
Scale of a
yeah,
scorpion.
scorpion, and
Wings.
sometimes bat wings.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
Okay,
a
so
lion.
that
look, there's
is
a
a
lion.
22 on nature.
Okay, so from what you can recall of manticores, a lot of the time they won't spend that much time actually on the ground. So you probably aren't likely to find that many tracks.
Okay.
But
Everybody,
Yeah.
keep your eyes on the skies. If you see anything, let me know.
I lay back on Luna.
Other
There's-
than obvious birds.
Okay.
they're a little bit like
What about
they're a little bit like birds of prey in that they will stay up in the air looking for prey.
I
And
will,
they'll try and
I will look up
hide.
and tilt backwards until I realise Garrick is falling off. And then
He's like,
grab
whoa,
him,
whoa, whoa.
And then carry on tilting backwards.
I lay down on Luna's back.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
Okay. So you're carrying on up the.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could roll me another survival for going a bit more up.
come on, dice. That's still good. Still
14.
good. 19.
What's this roll for?
Survival.
Yeah, 14.
12.
I rolled a
No.
20. I got a 16. My
No.
survival is 3. I got 19.
No, no.
So 20, 19.
28.
19.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh no, here comes another one.
Okay, yep, so that's fine. So you're making your way up.
Bastard, it's
Fine.
gone.
And
It's okay, you didn't want to be a one bride anyway.
No, you need to sneeze 3 times, not just twice.
I'm just saying.
okay.
That's 3 leprechaun bride.
He's already wearing green.
Yeah. Prepped for the occasion.
Am I?
Your hat.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I keep forgetting it's green.
If people could roll me perception.
There's no.
Come on.
There's no leprechauns. They
Come
don't
on,
really take
come on.
it.
Be a natural 20, be a natural 20, be a natural
It's
20.
very alicorns.
Close!
So what was this?
Perception.
Also perception.
That was very nearly a
17.
natural 20.
17.
I rolled a 12. I get 18.
21.
Ooh.
Rolled an 18.22.
25!
Okay.
How the fuck?
I
But
rolled
I
a
will
19.
only use my perception if it's coming from above, because I'm currently looking at
No?
Sorry, are you declaring hacks, sir?
Yeah.
That's a serious accusation to
You're
make.
rolling it.
One does not declare hacks lightly.
Where are the magnets?
Oh, they're in there. Well, they're attached to hard drives, but they're in there.
To pay, man. To pay.
Leon, smack him for me.
Oh!
Thank you.
That's about as
Don't
about.
be too mean.
It's exactly how Kate would have done. Does he would have done?
So if everybody could roll me a perception-based initiative, please.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yay!
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, did we not just do that? Or
No,
No.
we rolled a perception to see something, and now we're doing a perception based initiative, so we're rolling initiative.
Shouldn't
Surely you should do them at the same time. That would make sense. If you're
To be
rolling
fair,
a perception,
It
why
doesn't
are you asking
actually.
for it twice?
It doesn't actually make it clear whether they should be separate or the same check. Is the problem?
Well, I would guess that they should
you-
be the same check, because you're either surprised, i.e. you don't see the thing and it's already started combat, or you're not surprised.
But you've
Okay,
got to
so
think
reasonable.
that sometimes you could have something based off your
Well, totally.
thing based off
But
stealth.
what I'm saying is if your perception is leading into an initiative anyway, you're just making a rod for your own back by asking for it twice.
But
Okay,
this
that's
is
reasonable.
The initial perception is to see the thing. If you don't see the thing, it then jumps you in the face.
Well, my
I
initial.
suppose that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So if people have their
Because that's the whole
other scores,
reason that they moved initiative to
okay,
perception.
my first roll was
that
17.
makes sense.
Remember. That was 17.
So yours was a
18.
25.
You had 17,
Hmm.
17, 18.
Yeah.
You had 21,
21,
22, 25.
Yeah, no
His
worries.
his was 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
21, 22, 25.
Wait,
In fact, it goes
it
around
goes
the
around
table.
this way.
25, 22, 21, 18, 17, 17.
Ooh, we're gonna have to.
Now
Have
we
a
just
of
need the
16.
DM to roll slightly lower on
It is
the
around the
things
table.
initiative,
Yay. Convenient.
and then we can go full circle.
We can
Yeah,
have
we
a
It's
found out you
completely
don't
around
need to
the
roll
table.
separately for your animal companion, they just go on your turn,
we
Yeah.
can, we can have a crimp off.
which is quite helpful.
Crimpity.
My wish. Good choice. Ready? I'm ready for the magical.
Where's Winglings?
Did
I
you
don't
did,
know if it has wings
and
currently. I'm waiting for the description.
fine.
I thought that was
It's
the
an
one.
abomination.
did you want to show the
What?
people at home the
Yeah.
lovely artwork?
Yeah.
But it's not.
My turn.
Lucy, show the audience.
No, I think the dark bit, it'll come with
That's
wings
fine.
filled up.
For your reference,
That's
they
what
can
I'm
actually
saying.
count as a
But
beast.
she was like, no, it's
They
an
have
ear.
this- sometimes they have, in some
Wait,
settings they have bat
wait till you
wings
have
and some
wings
they
on
have big eagle wings.
No, they usually have bat
This
wings.
one does
No,
because it's flying.
usually be
It's okay.
bat
I can
wings,
add
like
on
on
to
the
it.
crest of Venice. The manticore has bird's wings.
Mm.
Right.
It's a beast. I can kill it.
It's
Yeah,
a
look,
beast,
it's
I
a-
can kill it.
Oh look, it's a flying fish.
If it has stats, we can kill it.
A flying man, I will call it a flying.
Okay, so Kolentar, does a 25 hit your touch AC?
Touch AC.
Just as a point,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to dig my own grave here, but I am sat on his shoulder.
Is your touch AC 15 or less?
No.
Okay, that's fine. So that's not a critical. So out of seemingly nowhere, somewhere above and behind everyone, some spikes hit you in the back.
That's rather difficult.
Sorry?
That's rather difficult.
Oh yeah, because he was.
I'm literally almost bent over double, holding on to Garrett.
Oh, fine. They hit
Oh,
you
I'm
in the
scared.
head, but you don't notice.
It's at a lower angle than you're looking.
Oh, okay.
With a 26 on its stealth, none of you saw it.
Holy!
Oh.
I needed a natural 20. One more, and I could have gone.
It's really good at stealth.
So you take 10 points of piercing damage.
Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
That's a natural 20 against your Velociraptor, against Bitey.
Oh, it's attacking Bitey. That bitch!
So that's going to hit it.
Yep.
It's 12 piercing damage against
Hang on.
Bitey.
Where do you write its AC? Because I don't see it.
I may not have written it down, but a natural 20 will hit it regardless.
I know that, but it would be nice to know its AC.
I'm sorry, no,
You'd have to
no
work
stats.
that out at some
Yeah,
point.
sorry, no stats, no harm.
Yeah.
To be fair, you've got a few turns before yours, so if you're wanting to have a quick look, that's fine.
So how much damage, sorry?
12 piercing to Bitey. Yeah.
Excuse me.
So,
No.
so these spines out of nowhere. There's a couple that hit Coltar on the back. There's a couple that hit Bitey, and with that sort of piercing Velociraptor shriek, it cries out. And as you all sort of turn around, now that it is somewhat obvious, you can see this lion-esque flying creature above you with a.
For context.
Yep. So
Hydron's great.
lion, body of a lion, humanoid head, tattered bat-like wings, and a spiked tail. And that's it. It's just flung a bunch of spines out of its tail.
That's not nice.
Oh, I thought it was actually. I thought it was maybe its mane was made of quills.
No, so it appears to be flinging them out of its tail.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
So
What a douche. I mean, I know I do
That
the
was
same
a-
thing.
next round in the initiative is Garrick.
So we've turned. Yeah. So we've turned around to face it.
Yeah, it's about 40 feet in the air at the moment.
Okay. So I will say one word. Manticore. And I will use all three of my actions
Okay.
on my magic missile spell because it only takes one action normally, but if you take additional actions, you can then fire more.
Yeah.
More things. So all three of my actions, so it's 3 lots of missiles,
Okay.
and it can't miss because I'm going to assume it's within 120 foot.
It is definitely within 120 foot.
That's fine. And yeah, because it's magic missile, don't need to roll. It just hits unless for some reason it's got the shield spell running or something wibbly like that.
You can't see it casting magic.
Well, you never know. It might already be running. So this is going to be force damage.
So it's their flare.
So it's just like.
Yep. So if you want to roll damage,
I
because
can't
that
shoot
is
very
bolt
far.
damage.
So
I need to get me a
5 damage on the first
get me a
one.
ranged weapon.
Okay.
Remember, I think I was coffee. That's not
3 damage on the second. Did you want me just to total
A
it all
proper
up? Or?
ranged weapon, not just flinging
fine,
knives.
And 5 damage on the third.
Okay, so that's 13 damage. Yep, so that hits it pretty hard.
It's a
I feel like I've got an air raid battery on my shoulder.
Yeah. So from Colintar's shoulder, Garrett starts doing some mutterings and hand gestures, and suddenly three missiles just boom, 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 just fire up and slam it in the side of the head. He's like "Argh," growling at you from in the air. Boom! It is your turn next.
No, I said Manticore!
Duck where?
Okay. What is the thrown range on your bombs?
Oh, Boom was being a total idiot. I knew that he would never hit it. Boom.
Okay. What did you roll? You rolled a 1.
He rolled a 1.
Okay.
Don't you dare throw it at
Announce
us!
it to the audience.
I rolled a 1 for a
Okay.
grand total of 9, but it's a crit fail anyway.
If you could please roll me a reflex save.
Luna will have to do a reflex save as well.
No, just for now, just for you.
I'm on the back of Luna.
No, I know. But if you could roll me your reflex save.
Oh, fuck.
That sounds like a good noise.
That's
I'm Alpha!
Yes, pass on the buck.
15.
15. Okay, that's fine. So, as you go to throw your bomb, it slips out of your fingers and it just starts rolling down the back of your hand. And before it can fall and smash, you just swing your arm across and fling it off the side of the cliff, making sure that you don't hit any of your group with it.
Hey.
But you do lose the bomb.
Wheels.
Yeah, meanwhile, down there, there's just an unsuspecting Noel just going, it's a great day, isn't it?
Two actions.
Okay, what do I need to roll to actually figure out how far away the manticore is?
You can tell it's about 40 feet away, but you don't actually think that you'll be able to throw that far now that you're stopping to have a think about it. What I will say is that's taking one action's worth of time because you are actively looking and gauging your distance.
The one and...
Okay.
Nah, I can't do crap.
You do anything else?
Good luck, don't die.
Good luck, don't die. Okay. Rafa.
I have one action to ask Luna to obey him.
Okay.
Rune's on top of him. Quick draw. And then I'm going to spend 2 rounds shooting.
Okay.
Is it actually a bow or a crossbow?
It's a bow.
Yeah.
Luna, don't die.
Crossbows.
I'm using a crossbow.
I rolled a 4, add my 9, 13.
Okay, it does not hit. It is also not a critical fail.
I got a 12 plus my 9 is 21. Take away 5 for multi-shot, 15.
Okay, fortunately that misses as well. So, you take out your bow, utter a few words quickly to your wolf, fire your 2 shots, and they sail past the top of the manticore. It's still there.
Bombs have a range of 20 feet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I know
Who
that the
doesn't?
DM asked.
Because I was genuinely curious.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise.
I know, that's
that's
why I
fine.
looked it up.
Commentar.
I thought that was Jake. I thought that was Cassidy sarcastic.
I am going to
Are you sure?
unlimber my short bow.
Okay.
I am going to place the midget on my shoulder behind my leg.
Okay.
And then I'm going to carefully draw out an arrow, size it up, and let fly.
Okay. So what were you saying?
When drawing a weapon, does it count as an action unless you have the ability to quick draw it? Or does it count as a free
yeah.
action?
It is an action.
Okay.
I
I'm
but-
just curious.
You have quick draw, don't you?
I do, but I'm only making one shot
Yeah, that's fine.
because I can't do anything with a bow except hit at range.
That's fine.
That's why I bought bow.
Whip.
18 to hit.
Okay. 18 unfortunately misses.
Oh.
Tell it, take a lower AC.
Still there.
How far away from me is it?
40 feet and it is in the air.
I can't. Yeah, I got nothing. I can't wang knives that far. I don't think. No.
Wang is an official.
Do we have
term.
I know.
You said
I
wang,
know.
right?
I believe knives have a 10-foot range standard.
Yes.
I
Sure.
believe your extreme range is twice that?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I can't hit it. I am going to find some cover.
Okay.
Yeah, dagger, 10-foot throw.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to run for cover. But I know whether it's like a rock or a tree or some shrubbery or something.
Okay, so there's quite a lot of rocks and sort of craggy outcrops in the area. So you sort of
Serpentine.
you move yourself over to one of the rocks and sort of put your back to it and keep an eye out.
This has to work.
I've got a and I'm going to and then free
It's
action
fine.
draw,
We'll see
draw
when
a
it gets to
knife if it does get close.
If it's still in the air.
Okay, and that's everything.
Young boy.
Okay, Kiara.
I'm worried. You have a plan.
No.
It's fine. He's been quiet because he likes you. No one just tells me I'm incompetent.
I know. I'm voicing him today.
I mean,
I'll look forward to it.
He's learned from
You
all
can
of us.
throw something or shoot something up to a total of a -10 penalty Ergo, 5 range.
You said it was 40 feet up.
5 range increments.
I'm
For every whatever the range is,
Yeah.
you get a -2. So for you,
Okay.
winging it at it would be a -6.
Right.
Because
Okay.
you'd be
So
going
not doing
3 times over your normal range.
Okay, it might be doable next turn. Let's see what
Wait,
happens.
for example, my bow has a range of 100 foot, but if I have hunt target on it, I don't get the second increment. So when I hunt a target, I have a 200 foot range without any penalties.
That's really cool.
We've got to take up all your actions or something to get that
You
shot.
don't
You've got a
get-
short bow and long
Cool.
bow.
I have a long bow,
Yeah.
so that means
you
that when
can't
I'm in
short
less
range.
so short range, I take penalties to do so.
I need to get me a bow or crossbow or something. It's something that I don't run.
So,
I'll find one. Maybe those dead gnolls will have one.
so I'm going to be casting Summon Nature's
Yeah.
Ally.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Sure, sorry.
Gosh,
That's
that's
okay.
another thing to keep out.
I think I can use some of my magic items currently, so.
Yeah.
I'm using all of my magic items.
Reaching.
I basically just realised
Me.
I've been an idiot and done everything wrong.
Oh no, it's
Actually,
making
I'm
a
not,
character.
because all the ones that I can summon will be useless.
They're ground creatures.
Like
Yeah.
literally, I had all my skills wrong.
It's the next one up when it'll be useful.
When someone's got a chance, does anyone want to have a quick look at the holding actions rules?
Yeah.
Just because off the top of my head, I'm not sure exactly what they are.
Yeah,
Which is
just,
say I don't know.
yeah. I mean, obviously, I would have thought that it worked similar to.
Because I know in the original one, if you hold an action, you physically move to the point in the initiative
Mm-hmm.
where you've held until,
Yeah.
which may not.
Yeah, it would make sense for it to have done it the same sort
Yeah,
of way.
I'm just gonna duck to
It's
cover.
not a very comfortable system to use. Is one of the problems.
Okay.
You should have done
Yeah.
some cover as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just waiting. I'm just wanting it to be my turn.
Oh,
Hope I don't
actually,
mess up.
no, I forgot I can do a thing. Oh, I'm going to
Do a thing.
I'm going to do a thing.
Okay.
Sorry,
Do you think?
I'm taking a while. I know.
It's fine. Gives
Gonna
me a
wild
moment to
shape.
fix my incompetency.
Oh shit! Why is it doing
So how does
So
this
it's a-
world shape
okay.
work? Because I
Cool.
know how normal world shape works.
Well.
New world shape.
First edition.
Yeah. Well, I've not used it yet, so I have no idea.
Took a gerb.
They turk her gerbs.
It doesn't state what I can actually turn into.
What?
A man bear pig.
Wait, what's,
Owlbear, the 5th musketeer.
what spell was it?
It's
wild
my
shaping.
wild shape.
Oh, it is wild shape. Okay.
Yeah, wild shaping. Because again,
So is there a
all
bear
the
owl
rules
then?
for a lot of these things are a little bit
Is there a
different.
bear owl?
Owlbear.
Yeah, but you don't want to see those.
Yeah.
Outbasts are quite horrific.
That's when a bowel rapes a
Yeah.
owl, not the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think it would be like
There's
a bear with
apparently
wings.
no limit
Whereas
as to what I can change.
Yeah, whereas an owl bear
Yeah.
is
Not bear.
is an
It doesn't
owl
give a
with the
specification.
stature of a bear.
I believe it probably consists of if it's an animal, you can do it.
Cool. I'm going to.
You're not limited on size either.
It doesn't say.
Doesn't appear to give much specification on wild shape.
No.
Oh, well,
I'm assuming though, because it doesn't specify your stats, I'm assuming you basically gain the stats of the thing temporarily.
Yeah.
But again, there's not a lot on that. Because all the books currently being used to look at whatever they're used to look at. To check.
Right. Okay. If I'm
that was the only one that
just the
was
way I'm
good.
reading it.
perhaps a musical interlude.
Not coughing. Patient zero over there.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, what are you talking about?
That's how the zombie apocalypse starts.
Yep.
Brains!
No. And one person,
Like I said,
one
it
person
doesn't
gets a
really
bit sick, and then you say,
specify
okay, time for bed, and they won't move, so you go to try and move them, and then
Yeah.
you tussle and they bite you.
That's okay. So that's really vague. So it doesn't actually tell you much about exactly what the hell you can do with wild shape. It just sort of says you can change shape
Yeah.
to meet any challenge.
So I don't know. What should I turn into?
I believe there's a couple of animals at the back in the animal companion stuff.
Well, you can turn to something that flies.
That's the plan.
Okay, so do you have a rule book?
Currently, no. They're all being looked at by players.
Okay, so if you need it, it's 307, 308 for delay action or ready action.
Okay.
They're quite large sections, so I'm not going to bother reading them.
Okay.
Why does it need to be so large?
So
Yeah.
from
I
my
mean, like 2 paragraphs.
I will pass on my doc if you want to, 'cause it's mine. So I'm having a look at wild shape. It says on 4th level you get animal shape. So you can cast animal form by spending a use of your wild shape pool, which means you can cast a form of an animal. Wild shape gives you the ability to cast a spell to shift your form, and later on the different levels of empathy as you get gives you 7 forms you can transform into, is what I am reading it as.
Okay.
If you look at the different forms, that's your
Unfortunately,
form.
it's still really, really vague.
It is.
Yeah.
So wild shape just means that you have
But I
the
know-
wild order, and it says the number of pools you get.
Yeah.
The 4th level animal shape says that when you have wild shape, you can cast an animal form using that pool.
So it would be as the animal form spell, but if you have the animal shape feat as well.
No, because there's different ones. There's animal
Yeah,
shape, so that's animal forms. It has 8th level ferocious shape, and you can change into dinosaurs.
So you can't currently use animal shape. So I'm assuming it means pest form is currently the only one you can do,
Okay.
which I don't know how useful that would be or not.
14th level, you can be a dragon.
Yeah, pest form, basically you turn into something tiny.
An
Yes,
insect.
I know.
Good for escaping.
Oh, I'm going to do an Ant-Man. I am going to become tiny, fly into its ear, and then make myself big.
Yeah, but when you get crushed as well.
There's only one way to find out.
I mean, yeah, you probably kill it, but you probably get crushed as well.
The Thanos conundrum.
You can but try.
I'm not. That's no, I'm just
Okay, so
going
you
to duck for cover then.
Okay, so you're going to duck cover and
There's
you're going.
fuck all I can do at this range.
Okay. Okay.
It's going to get
anything
into.
else at all?
Nope.
What's
Okay.
it going to do?
So goes back round to the Manticore's go,
What's it going to do?
and running off of the if you run your prey theory, because you two have
Yep.
run, it is going to attempt to fire at you guys. You are in cover, so I'm very quickly just going to have a look at something in here, because that's another interesting thing.
How does cover work?
Exactly.
It's staying.
3, 1,
It's staying up in the air. Good.
I count
Good.
you counsel me.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
you.
Ah, yes, I will put a towel on my head.
So
I'll hide
its
under a
first
lampshade.
action. Its first
Yeah.
action is to move closer, because you guys have moved away to find cover. So its first action is to move closer to try and get to you guys to fire at you. So if you're behind cover, you gain a +2 circumstance bonus to AC as well as to your reflex saving throws against area effects. You can increase this bonus to +4 by taking cover. Creature with cover can attempt to use stealth to conceal its presence with the hide action. So, taking cover very quickly, we'll just find that. Yeah, so take cover is one action. If you're benefiting from cover or near a feature that allows you to take cover. So press yourself against a wall or duck pile obstacle to take better advantage of cover. If you would gain a +2 circumstance bonus to AC reflex save due to cover, you instead gain +4
Okay, so
while you're
plus
taking
4
cover.
to your AC.
So you both have
reflex.
+4 to your ACs and reflex saves for area effects.
Just for area effects.
Reflex for area effects.
For your watch.
Now you've resubbed.
No,
Did
I
you
asked
just
if I
take
wanted
it
to
at first
announce
level?
it.
Oh,
You've not taken anything
well,
else?
thank you.
No, because I didn't realise I had to.
Okay, so
For some reason,
you
it doesn't.
one-
It doesn't straight
one
away do it the first
point
time you
per
do it.
day,
Yeah.
effectively, and you can use the spell Pest Form,
Okay.
which tells you exactly what it does.
So,
Basically, you turn into a cat, a rat, an insect, a lizard, but because you're 4th level, you can also turn into a bird. But that's your limit. That's
Yeah.
what
So-
you can
His
turn
face out.
flying forwards with a guttural. It flings some spines forward towards where you are with a 22 to hit you, +4 to your AC because of the cover.
Yep, okay, so 23 my AC.
Okay, so thunk 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 as the spines from its tail just hit the rock next to you.
Yeah.
With its other one, it's firing towards where you are in cover. So that's the same -5 for that one. So that's 20. Not 20. 17.
Yeah.
So again, thunk 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 as more spines hit the rock that you're covering behind.
Critical fail. It hits itself in the back of the head.
It's snarling as it's there flying. Round to Garrick. With
Cool.
its movement, it is currently 20 foot away from you.
Good. That is absolutely perfect. Because here is my amazing idea and plan. Because I had to check the wording of this just to make sure, that a strong something. I'm going to cast a cantrip at it.
Okay.
Tanglefoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're going to try and tangle up its wings so they can't fly.
And it will drop to the ground.
Nice.
It doesn't specify they need to be on the ground because it specifies in the spell that stuff sprout from your fingertips, basically.
And then when it gets to the ground, we'll break its wings.
Merlin, that's actually not stupid.
I know.
Smack your legs.
So, range touch attack.
Oh wait, no, he did a good.
Please hit.
Yep, there we go, Barry.
Does a
He
10
did a Merlin.
Does it touch Jason? Touch
I'm going
Jason.
to refill
It
it.
does not. So,
We got a second.
weaving his magics together, he points forward his fingers, and these vines just sprout forwards, firing themselves up towards it, and just flying wild of its right flank, just missing and going.
Damn. I still have one action, but to
Them's
do
the breaks
what?
with the luck of the dice.
I have an intricate plan.
How intricate?
Pretty intricate. It's going to be awesome.
But I don't think we have time for an intricate plan. Do we have to have the setup for that?
Okay, basically, delay is a reaction, removes the person from the initiative order. It's a free action, they can rejoin the initiative order at the end of anyone's turn. If they get to the end of their... Is this mine? Yeah. If they get to the end of the initiative order and they still haven't acted, they get reinserted where they were before, and it's at that point that any persistent damage or effects happen at the end of the previous turn.
Cool.
Otherwise, they get all their 3 actions as soon as they re-enter the pool, but they've used their reaction to remove themselves from the pool.
And then are they permanently at that point in initiative from then on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're just going to rejoin the initiative order. If they don't, then they go back to the position they were at.
Okay, cool. So it's
Delay,
basically the same as the old one.
ready is 2 actions. So you use 2 of your actions on your turn.
Mhm.
You go, I'm going to shoot the next thing that walks around that corner, at which point your action ends. If something walks around that corner, your action goes off and you shoot it, but your initiative doesn't change in the order.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to spend my last action to cast Shield.
Cast shield. Okay.
Because, it's a one action spell. So it's like...
So, round to boom. Boom. It's about 20 foot away.
Damn it.
Up in the air a little bit, but not as far.
Okay.
Don't cheers what happened. Don't cheers what happened. 16.
16 miss.
Damn it.
Was that AC or touch AC?
Ranged, so I think it's just regular AC in this one, isn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't specify it's a ranged touch attack. But yeah. So you fling your bomb and it just flies over the top of its head as it's there flying in the air.
Take 2.
-5.
Yeah, -5.
Yeah, so 17.
No, still misses unfortunately. So you fling one bomb, just flies over the top of its head. Fling the other one, and again just straight over its head.
I use my third action to pout on Luna's back.
Okay.
I use the pat action.
Alessa.
Okay. I pull out an intricate-looking feather and spend a residence point, and it turns into a 2-handed large fan. Okay.
Okay.
It's a feather token. I then use the fan to cast Gust of Wind. And
Okay.
you need to make me a Fortitude save.
Nice!
Okay.
Flap, 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 flap.
You're basically there going, go away!
I could
It
be
does-
a real bird.
It does multiple things depending on what I get. So I got the DC here.
Okay. So that is a 22 on the fort save.
Okay, so it's a success, but not a critical success. The creature can't move against the wind, so it can't come any further down to us. It also means any flying objects it goes will be repelled as it throws forward. But it's
Okay.
now stuck at 20 foot fighting against a gust of wind while I do it. So
So you've got to
Okay.
continue.
I can't do anything else on my turn, no.
Okay. So the gust of wind, is it single directional and in a specific area?
It is a 60-foot line.
60-foot line.
Yes. The line across is 10 foot.
10 foot across.
So it's 10 foot across. So it says success, the creature can't move against the wind. Fail, it's knocked prone to the ground because I can move the direction of the line. So my first action was to change it, and my second was to cast it, and the third round is me concentrating. While I'm continuing to do it and I pass the concentration, I can move the line of doing it.
So if it decided to fly to the left, you can then move it to the left.
So yeah, so
And so
failure.
you're able to do that as a reaction?
It's one of my. Yeah, I think it's it says it's a reaction. So cause I'm not doing anything else.
Okay.
But
What
concentrating.
page is it? Or just have a
Well, I
quick
don't know. It
look?
says 228 for the gust of wind, and then I'm using it with the spell in conjunction with the item.
Yeah, that's...
Doesn't
So
deserve
the
love.
item is. Do you want the item as well?
No, that's fine.
So yeah, it's 228 and it's right at the bottom on the left hand side. It says it's semantic and verbal castings, which is why I've not taken another turn to do anything else because it's 2. So
Yeah.
even though it's an item, so.
Okay, so the duration of the gust of wind is till the start of your next turn.
But I can keep spending resonance points to reactivating it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, so I had to success, it can't move against the wind. Critical success, it's unaffected. Failure, it's knocked prone. If it was flying, it enters into the effects of critical fail. Critical fail, it's pushed 30 feet in a wind direction, knocked prone, and takes 2.6 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Okay, so it can't move against the wind, but from what I gather from that, it can move out of it. And I can't see anything about you being able to move it? Or does that what it
It's in
says
the
on the item?
Yeah. So
Oh, where's the item? Sorry.
390.
So it's just to
Useful
try and
with
figure
the
out
page
how
numbers.
the
Oh, it's because I have them open.
magical is going to react to it.
That's fine. I believe though what it would have to do. I believe would be my next turn. So I think if it was on its turn, it chose to move. I would have to wait for my next turn to remove where I'm going to put it. In my opinion, from reading it. Though, yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry about this, folks. There's lots of rules checking in this one.
The new character sheet doesn't look too bad, actually.
Yeah, no, I had a look after Cassis mentioned it. So.
Okay, so it still doesn't appear you can move it during your turn. The line will be there until the end of your turn. It does look like you can activate it again next turn, but it can move out of that one and you'd have to redo it on it.
Okay, seems fair enough.
But that's fine, it's just to find out, to see what the manticore does.
Sounds legit.
So that's your turn, yeah? Okay, Collintar. It's currently 20 foot away, up in the air.
Oh, shoot it.
Okay.
For a second, I thought you were going to say, I'm going to jump at it.
22?
22 hits.
See, if I had any spells left, then I could technically jump
6
at
points
it.
damage.
Woo!
6 points of damage.
Man's got a pretty
There's
fucking
no point making more shots.
Okay.
I will look at my shot.
Oh, if for example,
Garrick, I hit it.
if the gust of wind was going for the direction I'm in,
Very well
someone
done.
Shot up. So let's say someone was standing over my shoulder or near me and shot up into the gust of wind and hit it. Would they gain any bonuses from the arrow, the projectile? Just out of
No.
interest. Okay.
There's nothing in the thing that says that it stops the arrows from being fired along that direction. It also doesn't say it gives any bonuses. So I'm just not going to impose anything.
Fair enough.
Are you doing anything else, Conda?
No.
Okay. Johan.
I'm going to hoof a dagger at it.
Okay. So from you, it's about 30 feet away.
Okay,
So that'd be
so
-4.
Yeah.
Move closer. Move closer.
Yes, I could spend an action to move closer.
Yeah.
Get a good run up.
So it was like,
So you would be able to move directly under it, and it
Yeah.
would be 10 foot above you at that point.
I don't really want to be directly under it. Because that's,
Oh, what? That was an option for me to go directly
that's
under
difficult
it.
to
10 foot
throw.
away.
It's difficult to throw a knife directly up.
You
And not a
didn't
good
ask.
idea.
Yeah, because if you fail,
Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to be right under it.
No, that's fine.
yeah, or if I manage to drop it like my plan is,
Exactly.
then it'll just fall on
Yeah.
you.
So not quite under it.
Okay. So it'll be -2 for the increment.
Yeah.
Is
Double
what you get
stacked
to.
it. It's only 10 foot up in the air.
14.
Okay, 14 misses unfortunately. So you wing the knife up and it just goes. It actually gets caught by the gust a little bit.
I'll
It just
offer
doesn't
another
quite-
one.
Okay, yeah.
So -4. So -5 on top of the -4.
yeah.
So -9.
No,
It's only -2 for the range because of
No.
where he moved to.
Oh, it's the second attack.
So it's -6.
So
Yeah,
it's
so
-7.
the distance is only -2, but the -5 for the multi.
Yeah, so it's -7.
Fuck it.
Either way.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah, do it.
Go it.
14. Ooh, so it's 14.
No,
Because
unfortunately, I
my,
missed
'cause my
again.
skill is in. Yeah.
So yeah, so you fling up the 2 daggers and it just gets caught by the wind and just fires them off more to the left than you were planning.
Okay, so it's 2 of my
Yeah.
knives.
You throw it into the direction of the wind so it gets blown into its face.
Currently 30 foot away from where you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna barrel roll out of cover and run forward.
Okay, so 1 movement.
So I'm going to get within 20 foot.
Yep.
So again, not under it, but close
Yep,
enough.
so you get sort of roughly the same distance everyone else is.
And that is a 24 to lob my spear at it.
Yep, 24 hit.
Woo!
Fuck, woo, bitch.
It's fine. We work together as a team. We will win.
So as you come forward,
Calm down,
compensating
Tommy,
slightly for the wind that's clearly just blazing at it, you fling the spear slightly in front of it, and the wind turns it, and it just thunks into its side.
Yeah.
As it's still trying to hold itself. 7.
And that's best
Yep.
one. I only have the one.
Easy come, easy go.
Okay, anything else?
New.
Okay, so it's the Manticore's turn. So with that, it's going to
Come at me, bro.
it's
the one
going
that has
to
it
attempt
last.
to move. It's going to move out of the line. So it's going to move around.
Slidle.
And it's going. Actually, then it is going to attempt its spike volley at you. So, it's got 2 spikes in its tail. It's going to target you with them. So it's single strike. Does a 27 hit you?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not her, so I can answer.
Okay, so that's 9 points of piercing damage. As 2 spikes hit you, the second spike actually pins you in place, rendering you immobile.
Ow.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
she thinks that
So
was
that-
stealthier than she thought it was.
So one of them,
What is it?
one of them funks into your leg, and the other one hits into your side and just pushes you against the ground and just holds you there.
It's in the
I
bone.
think she's got a craving.
I don't have medicine!
And
Alright, Peter Griffin.
Oh wait, no, that was Ace
Peter
Ventura.
Griffin is
That's,
They're doing Ace Ventura.
he's actually going
then
because he gets shot in both knees. He's just going,
With a spear in each leg.
yeah.
it's
So
in
Have
the
you not
bone.
seen Ace
15
Ventura?
hit.
Yeah, but like,
15
20 odd
hit you.
years ago.
No.
No, so as it's thunked a couple of its tail spikes towards Aletha and pinned her to the ground, it fires another one towards you, which just hits the ground next to you.
And the first one was better.
Okay.
How quickly can you grow those?
What? Legs?
Too quickly.
If you want to make a
Spine
perception
wings.
check on your turn to have a look at its tail, you can do. But Garrick,
Right,
Yeah.
this is the one.
Sorry. This is
I'm going to try and tanglefoot it again.
okay.
Come on. Better, but not.
Not great.
15 versus its touch AC.
No. Sorry.
I had to see if you were exaggerating.
So once again,
Nope.
he reads the same movements he does as
The
before.
whole bit with the rhino,
And-
that's just.
Flings up the vines and things
Oh,
out of his
bit
hand
with the
again,
rhino.
and once again it just sails clear. This time to its left.
Oh.
Much closer this time, but still just
Close, but no cigar.
still a bit of a ways off.
Here's a thought. I don't know if it works this way.
Oh no.
Hang on. Because obviously spells require separate actions to do different parts of it. Could I perchance use my last action to start doing a spell, and then by the time it gets to my next turn, can I use basically one of those actions to finish it?
No, for one spell, unless it has a casting time longer than a round, which then it says you start casting, you wouldn't be able to half cast it this time.
I'll see. It's worth asking.
That's fine.
At least you're thinking.
That's why spells have up to 3 actions and never
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. In that case, I'm just going to recast my shield spell again.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Does your shield spell only last a round?
At least I thought it did.
Don't think it does.
I'm going to have to check it now.
Boom.
I got it.
Right.
Just
Either
put-
one,
I'll
just-
keep hold of this one for now in case I need it.
Give me the book.
So yeah, boom, it's your turn. It's still about 20 feet away from you with the way it's moved.
Does a 23 hit?
It does.
Until your next turn is dismissed.
Yeah, until your next turn. So, yeah, I recast it.
Seems odd because you have to use that razor shield action to actually make it work as well.
8.
Do you?
8 normal damage.
Yeah.
8 fire damage, 1 persistent damage, 1 splash damage.
Okay. Okay, so you fling up one of your bombs and a burst of fire as it smashes against its side and just and as fire starts creeping up the side of its body.
You hit it!
It might just
Too
fly
much.
away.
Hmm?
It might,
You have 2 more actions.
it might just fly. It might decide we're not worth it.
Dragon!
and fly off.
Possibly.
Maybe.
I wish it doesn't. It's
Oh
got
no,
my
you
spear
cast it,
sticking
you
out
get
of
plus
its
1
side.
to your AC. Then you use
Yep,
rage
that was a
shield.
15 to hit, so
No, so that one will miss.
sulk.
Yeah, so that's that one you fling up
Sad.
over the top. Smashes up
Oh,
onto
no,
the
no,
cliff
yeah,
on the other side.
you cast shield, then you need to raise shields, that's 2 actions, and that gives you the plus 1 to your AC and to your attack. And then as your reaction, you can use shield block.
Right, okay. So I didn't realise you still had to say, raise shield.
Yeah, because sword and shield fighters have to spend a round doing something with their shield now.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
anything else?
I did that last time when I played
Sulking.
first level character. I had to always raise my shield.
Yeah.
I had
To
it
be
on
fair, you
my
did still hit it.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, half sulk.
Half soul.
sad. No,
Faction spot.
no, sad.
Enough then. That brings us nicely around to your turn. With you being back.
Okay, I'm pinned.
Yep.
How
So
do I unpin
Both
myself?
literally and
Yeah, I
figuratively.
probably should have done something about that.
you can attempt an athletics check. However,
It's through me.
I believe immobile. Someone else has to try.
Athletics is still any strength-based check as well.
Sorry,
Oh, okay. So basically, I just try and
double
pull
check.
them out. But I feel it might be a medicine check. 'Cause I'm trying to pull it out of my leg.
Yeah.
That's why I
So to
just
pull it out carefully.
I'm
I'm not just
waiting
going.
to find out. So I've
Yeah.
got one in each leg. So
But yeah, hence why there's no swim, there's no climb, it's all under athletics.
Yeah.
So, where is the immobile? I think we had it the other week, but
Yeah,
remembering every single one is quite hard, and there's no DM screen yet.
yeah, because I think it was that immobile that basically they just can't do anything. They can't move.
3, 2, 3.
So you can't use any action, activity, free action, or reaction. It has the move trait. If an external force would move you, it has to succeed a check with the DC. No, that's fine. So you can attempt the check to try and pull it out, which is athletics with a DC of 18.
But can she also roll a medicine to try and pull it out safely so it doesn't cause her any more damage?
or is it past the athletics check? Okay, that's fine. I'll roll athletics. 23.
So you pull it out of your side, and it's no longer pinning you to the floor. There's blood from where it had stuck into you, but there's no actual damage because it doesn't say there's damage for pulling it out.
Okay, cool.
So you pull that out and just throw it to the side. So you are prone as well, because that did knock you prone.
Okay.
So you need to use an action to stand up.
Stop doing that. I just want to read
I need. Apparently, I've got Nature's Medicine, page 169. I put all my page numbers next to my things.
Yeah, so do I.
It's 10 minutes, so I'm okay.
Yeah. Probably don't have to find
Okay,
him
that's
for
fine.
that.
Okay. Don't think there's 2 though, isn't there?
So only one of them was actually pinning you. One was more about the damage. The other one was physically pinning you. So if you
Pinning.
pulled out the one that's pinning you, the other one you sort of brushed and it's just fallen out of your leg.
Okay.
But that's one action. You need one action to stand up.
To reactivate my item though, it takes 1 resonant points, but the spell is 2, so I don't know how many it counts to reactivate it.
It would because it's functionally casting the spell Gust of Wind. I would say it's still 2 actions as per the spell.
Okay, so to do that, I would have to not stand up. Mm-hmm. Now, if I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
It shot me, I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah. Trade blows.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Okay.
This thing is useless.
2 damage.
2 damage.
Yeah, motherfucker, 2 damage.
Okay, so
And I'm
you
pretending
fire
it's
the
pinned.
arrow up as it's there. After it's just been hit in the side with fire. The arrow sort of scrapes up its side and leaves a little gash. Nothing massive, but it's definitely hit it.
Okay, cool.
And then it would be Komentar.
I'm going to try and shoot it.
Okay.
I just need to be able to roll well so I can bring the bastard down.
24 hits.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay. So you fire your short bow, the arrow comes up and sticks into its hindquarters as it gives another growl as it jerks in the air as it's still flying in place. Anything else?
Come down here, and then I can kill you quicker. Otherwise, I'm going to have to hurl Garrick at you.
At this point, I'm starting to think that's possibly a good idea.
Are you attempting to intimidate it?
Fastball special.
Yeah.
You can roll and intimidate.
Because then I can stand on its back. It's like, yeah, Tanglefoot, bitch.
20, non-natural.
Apologies, I need to find one. You're on 1 and 9.
I do have intimidating strike, but I don't know if it works on range items.
It's like, yeah, told you. It's like having a like a witty remark after you've thrown a bottle at someone.
Yeah.
Just very quickly. So, did you know that with certain weapons, if you get a critical, there are certain special effects that will happen?
Yes.
Only if you have the critical specialization things.
Which is
Okay.
what fighters get. I've
Yeah.
got it from mastery and
I believe-
swords.
I believe you can get it from feats as well, but it's
Yeah, you
only
can.
if you actually get the specialization.
I was just looking something to
Yeah.
check one of my
No,
things,
no,
and I was
that's
like, oh, that's interesting. Because people were looking something up, I thought I would add in an interesting point. For example, if you had critical specialization in a bone, if the target of a critical hit is adjacent to a surface, it gets stuck to the surface by whatever the missile is.
That was
Cool.
one of your pages.
So the target is immobile and must spend an interactive action to attempt a DC 10 athletics check to pull the missile free before it moves from the space.
Cool.
That's
So,
that. Interesting.
with you sort of angrily shouting up at it, in your frustration that it's not on the ground, it seems to have some kind of reaction and shudders a little bit.
Ah, I
Yeah.
have demoralised it.
It currently has the Frightened 1 condition.
Come on, it should run away. We're not worth the effort to eat.
I don't know what fire is anything.
Johan.
Right, I want to use the feet poison weapon. I can use that once a day, isn't it? I think.
I believe so.
Yeah. Right. Well, it's been most of the day. I'm going to poison up one of my throwing knives.
Okay.
And throw a throwing knife at it.
Go on. Go on. Do it.
Get it.
Do it. No, 15.
Unfortunately, so you poison up the knife and you fling it up, and it just sails past and hits the cliff behind,
Damn it.
sort of clattering down the side. Back,
Good from!
back to your level.
Oh, you weren't aiming to hit the
Anything
cliff,
else?
right?
A for distance, B for accuracy.
Not really much I can do. Can I just be evasive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
generally.
I thought you generally would.
Zigzag pattern.
Okay, Kiara.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, no, it did something.
Oh, that took forever.
Characters?
Character.
Well, to be fair, did you want to look at its tail to try and figure out if it has a limit on its spines?
No, actually, yes, I could try.
Because I still only really count 2 actions from what you've done so far. So
They've released a Mac OS.
Would that be a perception?
yeah, just perception.
Retards can look at it.
Oh, 25!
Okay, so
That's a 19, bitch!
So
Nice.
from the start of the fight to now, you've sort of been keeping an eye. The size of the spines on its tail
Yeah.
It looks like it's fired quite a chunk of them, and it looks like there is a set number of them that it can actually fire. And it has made its way through a bunch of
I'll
those.
have to grow it back. Aha!
Yeah, it looks like it probably does have to grow them back. You're not sure how quick, but it is limited.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Okay, so I'm going to grab
Yeah.
one of the
Well,
6
cool.
from my bag
Okay.
and cast Shape Wood and turn it into a spear.
Yeah, fine.
Cool.
Okay, so how many actions is Shapewood?
Shape Wood is 2, and then I've got the one from taking the thing out of my bag, so that's my 3
I've got
actions.
1.3 from that down.
No
there.
worries.
but on the.
So you've got a sharp stick in the shape of a spear.
Updated it today.
Cool.
Now it's its turn. What's it going to do now?
Okay.
And then,
Be
something
a dick.
stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to download it separately from the bundle then.
Okay, so it is. Who's fucked it off?
Not it.
I see. I keep firing plants at it.
We're all firing shit. at it.
Yeah,
I made it scared.
I'm throwing all my knives at it.
Okay.
I've
Okay,
got
yeah.
infinite
So,
knives.
so it'll wing one of its tail
I'm not a goddess of death.
spines towards Kolontar.
There just seem to be hella dirty power in
There's an
Ragnarok. It's just to
18
make
hit you.
knives.
Sorry, what?
Does an 18 hit you?
Ah, no.
Okay, so one of the spines
stand there
flies
smuggling.
past. Yep. Just sort of clangs off the side of your armour. Then it wings another one towards you.
Oh shit.
Does a 17 hit you?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
And unfortunately, I haven't raised my shield because didn't get a chance to. So.
That is 8 points of piercing damage.
I raised my boot.
Ow.
No, shield.
Oh.
And it's going to move with some of its movement and go slightly further back down from where it came from. So it's moved away a little bit and still turning to face you guys and growling, but it's moved so it's got a little bit more distance.
Bitch is backing off.
Still looks kind of aggressive, but Garrick.
Does
Okay,
he
so
look like a bitch?
Yes.
So-
Yes, Merlin does.
how far away is he now?
Okay, it is currently 40 foot away from you.
40 foot. So
And that's what you do.
I need.
It's only
What?
about 20 foot off the ground.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's moved further along. So you'd have to move to get to back to 20 foot range.
Okay. Hang on, just because of maths, my speed is 20 foot.
Okay.
I need to get 30 foot range.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Is that
Got it.
possible? Yeah.
Got
Okay.
it, move it.
So
Yes.
move action. So I move closer to it. Gauge.
You've only really got to move about 10, 15 feet to actually get close enough.
That's cool. So yeah, move closer.
Baby.
Focus.
How many
Aim.
Spells.
Fire!
Okay.
I've got spells.
I get slightly better every damn time. 18.
That's pretty good.
Is that against its regular AC?
Nope. It's touch AC.
Touch AC? That hits.
Yes!
Yay! Woo!
On the nose.
Finally.
Oh, you hit him
Page
on the nose.
79. Read that.
So he is.
So it's Tanglefoot again, yeah?
Yeah. So that is.
With a third try, and on his third time lucky, with a triumphant yes as it goes, he pushes his hand out and vines shoot forwards, entangling it and growing around and grabbing its wings.
Yeah. So he is counted as entangled for a round.
We're killing.
Yep. So with that, it falls out of the air, taking 5 points of fall damage.
Nice.
I'm going to stab it.
Okay, that's 2 actions.
You're gonna stab it.
Okay. I'm gonna use because obviously I need to use extra actions for shield anyway. There's no point in me casting it, so I'm gonna draw my crossbow.
Okay. Boom. It's currently entangled on the floor. Someone could just quick check what entanglement, exactly what it does for the bonuses and negatives, right?
Sure.
13 doesn't hit, does it?
I don't think so. I'm just going to check with entangled. It's 3-2-3 for conditions.
3, 2, 1. You're entangled.
And it was around 323 conditions, but that's fine.
Entangled. A snare or other entrapping effect holds you back. You're hampered 10. See the condition. So hampered 10.
That's fine. Hamper 10 means it loses 10 foot movement.
If you attempt a manipulation action, activity, free action, or reaction while entangled, you must succeed a DC 5 flat check, or it is lost.
Okay.
Attempt the check after using it before any effects are applied.
Okay. And is there a length of time that it is entangled for? Or
Yeah,
is it
1
entangled
round.
For 1 round.
Yeah.
Cool. That's fine. Fire still licking up the side. You know, it still seems to be burning. So boom.
So that didn't work then.
What did you do, sorry?
My first.
Oh
attack
yeah,
didn't
sorry,
work.
yeah, your first attack missed.
Okay, let's try again. I'm just gonna sulk in the corner.
What was it?
That was a 9.
Roll me a reflex save.
Yeah. 21.
Yes, that's fine. So again, you go to fling it, but again, it's sort of about to lose it, and you just bat it off to the side to make sure it doesn't hit any of your group.
Who designed these bloody things?
You.
You did.
I didn't design the casings. I stole them. I mean, yes, I designed them.
Sad.
It's currently on the floor entangled.
What's coup de grace like in the system?
It
It's
can't.
not helpless
Yeah.
or unconscious.
I have a speed of 35 feet,
Mm-hmm.
so I can get up to it in this round.
Yeah, it's about 30 feet from you, so
Okay, so I'm going to do a move, a quick draw, and then I'm going to use my scimitar on it
okay, go for it.
for a 11.
Misses.
Okay,
It's not a crit fail, but it misses.
that's fine. I need to take 5 of this, but 16.
16 also misses, unfortunately. So you go forward to try and get it, but with it still sort of thrashing about with the entanglement, you just miss with both of them. Try not to get too close to its tail.
Are you playing a gnome?
Yes. Why?
Kolentar, it is your turn. It is on the ground.
So, just very quickly, one of the
no.
new things they've introduced in Rules 1.4, which came out today,
Oh, well,
in Gnome Heritages, is called bleaching.
bleaching.
Oh god.
Yes.
He's made
I haven't managed to get more than the first couple of sentences because it's now my action, so I'm going to leave that on a lovely cliffhanger.
No bleaching. That's the thing.
What the hell is bleaching?
We'll find
Going
out.
on?
So it's on the ground. How far away is it?
From
Thought you
you,
were a goblin.
about 25 feet.
That's doable. Cool.
Yeah, you're a
I'm going
goblin.
to ditch the bow, draw my swords, run it, and double stab it.
Go for it.
Shut up.
Forgetting your own racial
My
heritage.
options are
We're small and green.
16 or 27.
27 will hit.
Does a 27 critical success?
No, it doesn't.
Too freaking hard. 18 points damage.
Okay.
See, that's a better amount of damage. I'm glad I brought it down to our level.
Okay. And that is all of your.
That's it.
Okay, Johan.
Draw my rapier and
Yep.
rush and stab it.
Okay.
Stab at it. Yes. 24.
That'll hit.
Yeah. Is it a crit?
No.
So.
Roll damage.
See, this is better.
8.
Okay.
Finish strike.
Okay, and you've got one more action.
Stab it again.
Okay, stab it again.
Do I get any bonuses for it being
On the ground.
on the ground?
I don't know off the top of my
It
head.
didn't say.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean it's hampered, so it,
Natural 20!
Well,
that changes
is a
things.
Yay.
So you've basically just gone ha
That's a D8.
straight in the
You
eye.
get a D8 and a D10.
And
Because instead of 2D8, you get
It
D8
counts as
D10.
being flat-footed, so it gets -2 to its AC.
Cool.
Oh.
Right, so I
And
get
also
D8.
rogues could sneak attack it.
I didn't think. I thought I had to sneak up on it to sneak attack.
No,
no,
as
then-
long as it's flat-footed.
Yeah,
you can sneak attack
there are certain conditions that mean you can sneak attack even if you're not sneaking.
Oh, okay.
Things like fainting, I
So you
believe,
totally
basically does
sneak
it as well.
Yeah, I'm
Basically,
sneak
that gives
attack.
them
As
a
long
Yeah.
as the thing is flat-footed,
So I
you
get
get
a-
your sneak attack.
So I get a D6 on top of that for sneak attack,
And you roll that twice.
and you said D10.
Yeah, you get a D10 instead of an extra D8 because of the deadly on rapier.
Oh, okay. No, it says D8 on.
Oh, is it D6 for
deadly-
rapier? Sorry, it's
deadly
D8.
D8.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
So
Oh,
2d6,
nearly got away with that,
1d8. That's what you've got.
Just give more dice. Just
It's already got quite a few.
Plus 3. Okay, so that is 8, 9, 12.
The 3 doubles.
Oh, the 3 doubles. Okay, 15.
And you roll the D6 for your sneak attack again.
Again, that
Yeah,
again as well.
'cause- Yeah, all the dice
So
are
we're at 15.
Roll
Okay,
again.
17.
Okay. So with that, you come forward and dart in twice. One going straight across its throat, and the other one straight into where its heart is.
It wasn't expecting the second one.
Nope. And it's there sort of slowly.
I bet manticore blood is super poisonous.
I was just about to turn to our resident alchemist and say I'd get some of its
At which
blood
point it goes limp.
and some of its.
Ah!
and some-
Yeah!
oh, you put it to
It
sleep.
may be
I'm gonna spit on it and kick it.
Okay, so you've got your angry
High
rogue now
five!
spitting on it, kicking it, frustrated. So we just left off. The party managed to murderate the manticore. Manticore is now dead. The vines have receded. The alchemist goblin Boom has gone about trying to get some parts from it. If you could just roll me a survival.
Will not be more appropriate. Would crafting work? Since my craft is making things out of this kind of
No,
stuff?
because you're not crafting, you're harvesting.
Okay.
Which is why I've asked for a survival.
Medicine or nature?
No, again, medicine is making better, not harvesting. And nature
Nat
is
20.
more knowledge. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you harvest some vials of manticore blood, you get some manticore spines, take its eyes probably,
Yeah.
you, couple of claws, some fur off it, anything that you reckon could be used for something.
It's useful.
Claws, blood, spine, saliva, bone marrow.
Quills. big old venom gland.
So that going quite that into depth with bone marrow and stuff, that probably takes you a good 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, I've got to butcher this thing.
Yeah,
So
takes you a
butchering-
bit of time.
Butchering weird hybrid creatures.
I'll just take the bones and get the marrow later.
Again, you're still having to carve
Yeah.
right into the creature to get all the bones and things. So, but that's fine. So.
Well, that happened.
Okay,
Let's
Sarah,
go.
look at the map. Where are we off?
I literally just go, let's go, and carry on walking.
For reference, you guys have been up for probably nearly 8 hours at this point.
I was about to say we should probably
You've been. It's a long, hard slog with a lot of fighting up the hill. It's starting to get a bit dark.
I
It's
think
sort
we
of
should
dusk.
move out of this area because there may be more. So let's find somewhere we can make a shelter.
With your knowledge before, you don't think there'll be another manticore in the area because they're kind of territorial and they'll probably attack each other.
So now that this one's dead, this territory is actually very safe.
So does that mean we're the boss manticore in the region?
Safer.
You
Oh,
reckon
yeah.
at the moment
Than
it's
others.
going to be a bit clear because people don't want to come near these kind of areas if they know there's one.
Okay,
Can I
then
Can I
let's
have
set up
kept
camp
one?
here.
Can I have kept what I want? Can I keep one of its quills to put in my hat?
Yeah.
Because I think that'll look dandy.
Yeah.
Okay, so redact my previous statement. I think we should make camp here, seeing as the manticore is dead and most people don't want to step into manticore territory.
Can you eat manticore?
Nothing saying you can't.
That's dinner sorted then.
So
As far as you're aware, they're not poisonous.
Yeah, I've probably eaten worse.
we can
And
give it a go.
Nowhere on it says they're poisonous.
We can try it. Yeah, so no one wants to step into Manticore territory, so
Why are you
here's the
stopping
best
here?
bet. Because the Manticore is dead,
Yeah.
so this is a very safe area.
How long have we
safer
travelled
than
for?
most. Over 8 hours. I think we should get some sleep. It's getting dark.
Yeah, it's across the fight. It was sort of duskish. It's getting darker now, especially with having stopped to gather some of the bits from it.
Yeah, that seems about right.
You know, what with injuries and such.
Yeah, I'm hurt pretty bad.
Okay. So first, I'm going to check the animals. 'Cause the animals are more important than people.
I have the skill foraging.
Yeah.
Which I'm an expert in survival. Even without rolling, you can always find enough food and water for your own comfortable living, substantial living for yourself and other creatures to eat roughly as much as a human. If I want to do roll, it means I can add on an additional d6 amount of food and water for people provided.
Yeah, that's fine. So generally around the area, there's a few bits of edible shrubbery and a few other things, a couple of fruits and such. There's a couple of streams, like little streams poking out here and there that seem to run off towards the main river, and they're clean, so you can get some water from those. The manticore, again, Kiara sort of stated she doesn't think it's poisonous, so she thinks it's edible. So yeah, you reckon you've easily got enough food to put together and munch on.
The second one is I have natural medicine.
Yep.
So I have to spend 10 minutes per target to heal them. It's a DC 20 nature check, and that target gains hit points equal to 1d8 plus wisdom modifier. If you are in the wilderness, you also gain an additional 1d8.
Okay. Yep. So you can do that. So you make a check per person and per creature.
Okay. I'm going to the animals first.
Yeah. No worries.
Animals are more important than people. So medicine to see
But
how
did you
hard
say
they
you're
are.
hurt?
So you've got the time to properly examine them.
I'm 21
and
hurt.
such. And because
Okay.
you're, especially with Bitey,
I
you're
can
familiar.
give you 11 back.
Again, you're
That's good,
you're
I'll take
already
it.
an existing group. You're already familiar with each other. So
Thank you.
you know
Yeah.
Are you hurt?
her wolf will let you examine it, and it
Okay.
knows that you're going to be looking after it. Can I just grab
9.
I
No,
need
no,
it
no,
for
no,
a
no.
spell. No, I need it for a spell.
Still
I need
injured.
it for
I need to check resting.
Hang on. 1 second.
Minutes, 20 minutes to do a roll.
So
30
I'm
minutes.
literally just looking up.
Yeah,
It's
good.
more so I can
It's gonna
continue.
take you 30 minutes to
You
heal,
can
though.
look up while I'm talking. It's just
Right, I want to. If someone makes a fire, and then I want to try and hide, try and disguise the fire best I can with all sort of like little stone, put pile up some stones around it, try and hide the flames best as possible, have a small fire, and eat our disgusting manticore meat.
Well, I have oil and tinder. I can make the fire.
I'm good.
We'll get wood and we'll get on that. Now, stick those up your bum.
so for resting, you regain a number of hit points equal to your Constitution modifier times your level.
I may only be half an orc, but I know that
Cool.
orcs is
4.
above goblins.
Once
Okay.
you pay,
Yeah, so
regain resources you can
out of
only
my
use a
bag,
limited
I'm
number of times
getting
per day.
It
If you're a
cooked well.
spellcaster, you regain spell slots.
Pots, pans, plates.
Do you need more healing than that?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so you can use up all your spells and things before you go to sleep. Once you've slept, you get all your spells back, but you only get your con modifier times your level from resting.
What's
So
the
you get
plan?
12
But
hit
Lucy
points
said it.
back.
Thank you. +4, so that's good. I'm considerably more healed.
Is your animal hairless?
So yeah.
He's taken me.
So I'm gonna get my stuff out ready.
Okay.
Then pop tent. I have one of those. Bedroll.
11.
Now I'm then gonna get myself comfortable, and I'm gonna pull out my writing set
Almost full, thank you.
Okay.
so I can start scribing a scroll.
You're going to scribe a scroll.
Yes.
Okay.
You can write.
Of course I can write.
Yeah. What are you scribing a scroll of?
We'll go with Phantom Steed. Level 2 spell.
You can do that.
Off the top of my head, I know it takes time to do magical items like that. I'm not sure for a scroll. Not
I
sure.
think I left
if
my
I
rule book out then.
You did.
It's fine.
I'm just having a look for you.
Yeah.
No, 'cause I know.
Probably say because it's a level 2, it'll probably take you at least two decent chunks of time. You'd have to do that instead of resting.
Ah, okay.
It's not exactly the right area for it, and you need to sleep to get your resting bonuses. Otherwise, you're going to be exhausted.
Yeah.
And it takes time to put magic into an item.
No, I'd have to look at it, but no, never mind. No, I'll do that later. But that's fine. In that case, I won't bother.
I say physically, like writing a few words onto the scroll isn't a problem. You can do that before you sleep and such. But
Who's
probably
taking
say
watch?
actually doing it is the problem.
Who's taking watch? I'll take a watch, but who wants to do what?
I'll take one. I don't have any spells to bring back.
I need to sleep.
Yeah, unfortunately, I
We
still
all
need
need
to
to
sleep.
sleep.
If I don't sleep, I don't cast spells. If I don't cast spells, people die.
If no one's on watch, Noel's going to cut your throat.
I'll do your first watch.
Right, I'll do second watch then.
I'll do third.
Right, done. You get your sleep.
Okay, so
Yes.
I forgot my backpack again.
Got your backpack.
Miss Hoover, I glued my head to my shoulder.
Nice. It's not very nice.
Hold on.
Batman.
What? Yeah, so you don't have a bedroll or anything.
I've got my breastplate.
Tell you what,
Sleep next to the fire.
I'll help you forage some materials so we can make something comfortable.
Well, if we're taking turns on watch, why don't we just share beds?
But Garrick has a really small bed.
Yeah, it won't fit in mine.
That's true. I do have a very small bed.
Look, I've got a blanket. You can fit in a blanket several times.
That's true. I do have a bedroll, so I'm fine.
You find it. Yeah.
We can just roll you up like a potato.
And my tent is a little bit
thing.
small.
I could fit
So-
my torso in it.
so
As long as you don't break it.
the weather doesn't seem particularly bad. It's not particularly
Yeah, that's cool.
too hot or cold. It's fairly reasonable temperatures.
Mild.
You think you can probably get away as long as you're not like sleeping in one of the streams. You think you can get away with sort of sleeping on top of things, or just makeshifting while other people are in their guard duty.
Okay, just so you know,
Mhm.
crafting, you need 4 days to craft a scroll.
4 days.
Yeah.
I did think it was more
It's
than a night's
A
worth of work.
day, you need to spend 4 downtime days for an item of your level, or reduce the number of days by 1 for each level by which your level exceeds the item level.
But this is scribing the scroll specifically.
Yeah, it says it works off craft, which is what I just read to you.
So if you're a level 8, you can make it in a day.
Yeah.
But again, that's a downtime day, not a day of adventuring.
Mm-hmm.
Because again,
Wow.
you need your 8 hours to rest.
That's actually ridiculous.
In all of the systems, you tend to need your downtime to make things like magic items.
Oh yeah, magic items, yes,
A
but
scroll is functionally a magic item.
And also potions.
It might be a minor magic item, but it's still a magic
Yeah,
item.
because it's still trying to make a magic item, and it's just not feasible to do it while you're adventuring on the road.
okay.
Sorry. So you all take your turns doing your guards. Nothing particularly eventful happens throughout the night. You all get your rest, so you get your con modifier times 4, and you will get up again in the morning, refreshed as you can be on the road.
We've got 6 days to go now, Garrick.
Yeah.
Sit-
No, we've done
Okay,
6
I'm
days.
going to check my
3 days
compass, make sure we're staying on course.
Thank you. I thought it was
That
much,
was-
but we've got 3
that was
days
your
left.
fifth
We've
then.
done 6 days.
Yes, we're on day 6.
I thought they were coming on day 9.
Well, that's what they believe is they're going to appear on day 9.
And we're on day 6.
Yes.
So we've got 6 days to go.
Just say yes.
Yes. Okay. Well
Let's
done.
go.
DM
partnership.
Don't try and hate yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
it will.
it's not particularly difficult to sort of put out the fire and make it not obvious. So you hunkered down under the
like
shadow
this,
of one of the jagged cliff edges so that the fire's light wouldn't be super obvious either.
Yeah, so have a look at the map.
Okay.
See where we're going.
Yep. So you head a bit further up. So by this point you're a bit of a ways above where the river was. A narrow path hugs the mountainside. Small puddles of water pool along the path's outside edge, fed by water dripping from the upward slope. Some of which is where you found your water for the group for the evening, Lucy. A prominent overhang protrudes above, sheltering the path from the sun and elements. The end of the path is set into the mountainside in a rocky wall scored with multiple tool marks.
When you say scored,
It's been made. It's not been made by nature. It's been made by man.
no, okay.
So in particular, these ones they look fresher than some of the like natural wear and tear, and it looks like there's actually been stuff fairly recently carved into the side of it.
Oh, this is recent.
So
I'm going to take a while to properly have a look at what's been carved into the walls.
okay, so it doesn't look like anything around here.
Symbol or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
it looks kind of more like they've been just scratching stuff off of weapons or maybe sharpening.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Heading down around the corner, you can see a small group of gnolls.
Oh.
I'm really good at doing snare traps.
Yeah.
How many?
1, 2, many,
Too many.
lots.
Looks like five.
So we could set up a few traps and lure them in this direction.
4 of them are fairly similarly sort of adorned and decked out fetishes and things. One of them looks a bit bigger, looks better armoured. They also seem to be hunkering down at what you'd probably guess is where the entrance is.
Right. So we have to go through them.
Stop
we can't go
them.
around them.
It looks somewhat like, from sort of looking around the corner, it looks somewhat like they've been attempting to get into the door with very little success.
Oh.
Okay, so it takes me a minute to put up a trap.
Okay. So if we set up some traps and then make
Lure
a loud noise
one or
and
two of
divert
them
them
away,
this way.
and then I can sneak up and try and get the other ones.
Yeah. Let's separate them off and make it easier targets.
But how on earth are we going? Oh yeah.
Right, I'm going to start flanking then.
Okay, if you want to roll stuff.
I prep my bombs.
Natural 18.
Okay.
So that'll be 25.
Okay.
I am one with the shadows.
So your half orc sort of starts melting into the shadows, and pretty much disappears from what most of you can see.
Oh, I'm going to put on. Ooh,
That's actually rather
I'm
impressive.
going to put on my hat of disguise.
Yes.
Okay.
man.
How are you disguising yourself?
I got one too.
As a knoll.
You disguise yourself as a knoll.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone's going to see me do it. So I'll be the knoll with the battered old top hat. Ah! No!
Shank
Okay.
him.
So basically, it's a level 2 illusionary disguise on myself.
Yep.
To create a superior disguise.
Okay, so you're disguised in stealth?
Illusion
how
sense.
far along? How wide is the pathway? Would you say it's a 10 foot, so 1 5 foot squares, or 1 5 foot square from narrow length the pathway?
Probably about 5 feet. So you can only really have one person at a time.
No, that's fine.
In a line, even.
Perfect, because my snare is built within a single 5 foot square. But yeah, I will need to set it so if someone is running back, they need to make sure they jump over the 5 foot square if you can jump that far. So whoever goes.
Okay.
I'm looking at you. Okay, it takes me a minute to set it up. To set up an already built snare, it says it doesn't say that there's a. It just says you spend 1 minute to craft, but it doesn't say how long it takes me to put it down. Mine's pre-made. How long does it take to put one down?
I'll say 5 minutes. It's nothing huge. Just a few minutes to get it down. You've got time.
Okay,
They don't seem
so-
to have seen you yet.
So
With the fucking awful perception roll.
I've got 1 and then a square. So I have 1 and then a square and then another one.
Mhm.
So the first one is just an alarm. So when they go into there, it makes a loud noise.
Mhm.
And then the second one is a cow trop snare.
Fair.
So it's. Here's my plan.
Cool.
What? That's a legit plan.
It was a sound effect.
So the cow trops. The first creature that moves into the square must succeed a DC 14 acrobatics check or take 1d4 piercing damage and 1 persistent bleed damage. The creature taking bleed damage is hampered 5 and must spend an interactive action to pluck the cantrops free to stop the bleeding.
Fair.
Oh, reduces the DC to stop the bleeding. Once the creature takes damage from caltrops, enough caltrops are ruined that the other creatures moving into the square are safe.
Okay. Is anyone keeping an eye on the gnolls while you're doing this?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. If you guys can roll me perception checks.
But I build it.
No, I'm
Oh, that's a
constantly-
D12.
D12. That's not the right dice for perception checks.
19.
It's just as well. Better. 21.
22.
Okay, so all of you can sort of hear smatterings of their talking. A couple of them are talking in a sort of doggish growl. Do any of you have gnoll?
No.
Closest
I don't
I've got
speak
is
dumbass.
Druidic.
That's fine. So they're sort of there's a smattering of like dog-like growls.
Where's
One
languages?
of them starts talking.
Oh, there.
One of them starts talking in
Give
sort
me
of
languages.
broken, slightly bastardized common, like
Wait.
cannot understand. Talk me. The biggest one walks over and sort of slaps him in the side of the head. It's like, disappointing runt, cannot speak gnoll. He's sort of growling, and the other one cowers. He says, big flying lion, too strong. We retreat. We find way down. Hide. Leave. Bad idea to come here. And the one that sort of didn't seem to understand the gnoll, sort of nodding and sort of whimpering, sort of cowering around the corner, and he sort of goes back to his growls and like little whines and barks to the other ones that are actually understanding the gnoll.
Okay, so I'm going to head back to you.
Voluntar. You
How convenient.
intimidating.
They just happen to speak a language that we can understand
You
for those
scare
brief
people
moments.
easily.
Scare Manticore.
It's rather convenient.
I can
What's
make you
next?
look like a
Subtitles?
gnoll, and then you can scare them all.
Okay.
Do you have the necessary magical prowess to do it? I don't know if everyone has resistance points. So.
Oh yeah, they get restored every day, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
You are back to full resistance
Right.
points.
So I have a hat disguise.
That made me look like him.
Yes.
I don't know. Is this a good idea?
And it's a very good idea. You can blend in and stab them without them even knowing.
I am a rogue.
Yes.
Sure, big guy. Sure.
Okay. I always wanted to be a rogue.
Alright, now you can try.
Okay, I put the hat on him. But you.
I spend a resonance point.
Okay.
Thank you.
What would you like to look like?
Him.
As in him, the rogue, or him as his gnoll form that you saw before he walked off?
Him, the null form rogue.
Okay,
So
so
you're exactly like
he sort of thinks for a moment with the hat, and he then becomes an identical copy of what he looks like in his disguised gnoll form, with the top hat and everything.
twins, Basil.
You look ugly.
twins.
Perfect.
Hey, you saying I'm ugly?
No, I'm saying noses.
I've got a nose?
Nose.
Oh, nose. What's a nose?
The thing you just made yourself look like.
I thought I made myself look like a rogue.
You did. You just make him look like when
He
he
didn't
became
mean
a
it. He doesn't mean you're ugly. He's being silly.
Okay.
gnome.
Do I go stab them now?
We need to lure them this way.
I'm already part way towards them.
Yep. So you've
The
got.
horse is already
Yeah,
planning on legging.
emerged
How many
from the
guys?
bushes really close. How many of them all together?
That many.
There's 5 of them at
Five.
the moment. There's
Five.
one that's
Five,
bigger,
yes.
Knowles
and
is already
4 that's
planning
slightly
on
smaller.
legging.
You will
Yes,
have
he kills
heard
them.
what they heard
Yeah.
as well.
No, it's
Okay.
just-
Right, I'm
Yeah.
I
gonna
could take 5.
I'm gonna run.
Oh, peacekeeping.
All 5.
I'm gonna,
Probably.
lads!
They need to be lured
Big lion,
towards
dead.
us, towards the trap.
Towards the trap.
Is that in common?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who killed?
Also standing there.
Don't know. Some. Don't know who they were. Some elves.
Pointy ears.
Pointy ears.
Is way clear.
Way's clear. Go that way now.
So which way are you pointing them? Are you pointing them down the mountain path?
Down towards where the traps are.
Okay.
Go scout. Send some scouts.
Roll me a deception, please.
Deception.
Time to lie.
Technically, none of that was a lie.
Yeah,
Oh
but
no,
he is
I'm not very
disguised.
convincing.
Oh.
I don't have all the.
That's 7.
I don't have all the subtleties of Knoll
Etiquette.
Knoll etiquette. Yes.
I feel I need a Malwam.
That's fine, because they don't actually have sense motive. With a natural roll of 6,
Oh!
You pass!
they believe you. And they don't see through your deception as the fact that you are not actually speaking Knoll,
Yeah.
or the fact that they don't recognise you.
These, if there were lots of Knolls.
No, but
Yeah. Before, yeah.
there's still sort of level of familiarity. But even through all of
Yeah.
this, they just don't have a clue.
Good.
I say, pack things, we go. And they start sort of rough rustling and ruffling. A couple of ordered barks. They start packing a few of the bits up that they've got, a few of the tools.
Time to go, Garrett.
Wait.
You were saying something before that happened.
What should we do?
Saying about
What
sending
should
a
we do with
scout.
them?
But I don't think Drake heard you.
Yeah. I said some of you go ahead.
I don't know where.
Check way. Check pointy ears up there.
Okay.
I was building a
So with that, the bigger one.
You not give orders. I'm in charge.
Okay. I'm going to do performance.
Okay.
It's
Yes,
getting good
boss.
point your traps.
Okay. Yep.
Bomb.
With their previously
Okay.
abysmal
Okay.
attempt at sense motive, he's like.
Wait.
And he goes back to sort of ordering people around. It's like, grab bits. He says to you as he turns to.
Yeah. I'll just pick up some stuff.
So anyone who looks back around, there's currently 6 Knolls, one of which has a slightly jaunty top hat.
I have 2 bombs in hand.
I know where he went.
So they appear to be packing things up, and they look like they're getting their camp ready to start moving.
They're packing up.
Getting bored, Garrett.
How did you manage to convince
Hopefully
him?
soon they'll be heading this way.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna wait.
Mm.
So it's a waiting
What
game.
if?
Yeah.
Why don't we just hide?
Ambush.
Yeah, that's what.
Ambush?
No, I think something more clever we could do.
What?
With him.
What?
What if he just tagged into the group and then starts sneakily killing them amidst
From the
of
back?
them?
I'm a rogue.
Yes. Because even if they saw him,
People have to scream.
you know, then
Okay, let's go hide.
okay, hide and then sneak up behind them when they come past you,
Luna, you beep.
and then stab.
Okay.
Okay, Sarah needs to go hide. So we're gonna do stealth to hide.
Yeah. So if you could all roll me your stuff checks.
Oh shit, does Luna have a
11?
self score?
He does.
Okay, well, we won't need that.
14.
15. Luna, you peep.
21 on my stealth. 10 on my Velociraptor's stealth.
No, basically you've merged into a bush.
23 on my stealth.
Bite
and
each
18
tail.
on Luna's.
Yay.
Okay.
Bitey is not stealthy.
Luna
I've
is.
watched Jurassic Park. T-Rex is not.
So after a couple of minutes of you sort of hiding, finding bushes and such, just past the little mountain path, you hear a few more sounds. I say the Knolls all gathering everything together, getting all their bits and pieces.
They got any good stuff?
No.
Checking out what they got while we're waiting.
A lot of it looks like relatively basic sort of weapons. The big one has a short bow slung over him. Nothing looks like incredible.
No,
but
I expect it to be.
Ooh, master crafted.
Right. Okay.
Who did they want this?
Yeah. So if there's things people ahead.
You get the feeling that the leader one seems to be kind of arrogant.
Yeah.
Very much likes to lord over his power of the other ones. So as they've all gotten everything together, he then sort of turns around to the one that previously was only speaking the smattering common, say, "You forward," and he sends that one forwards first, and then he follows pretty much straight after.
Yeah.
So they're all pretty much in succession.
I'm going to stay at the back of the group.
Okay.
Oh God. Let's hope someone remembers.
That would be hilarious to do.
Okay.
Got it behind and stab. Okay.
Is there a perception DC to see your traps?
There is.
Some. Mm-hmm. So, DC. Whoa. Whoa.
Quicksand.
Someone dropped a gold coin.
Just puts one gold coin on top of this trap, like, ooh.
We're not trying to advertise friendly content.
It's a DC 15.
Okay, so DC 15 to notice them.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to make that joke.
Yes, no.
Actual pavement where you can see it.
They don't see that with a 10. So what is the first trap?
Right, so the first trap is an alarm. An alarm snare sounds when a creature enters the snare square. The snare makes a loud noise that can be heard by all creatures within 100 to 500 foot of the snare. You can choose how loud the snare is and what distance in which you want it to be heard when you create it. So I put it as loud as possible, and I only stuck it for but I basically left it. If it's going to be loud as possible, it's probably going to be 500 foot because of how loud and echoey it is. I just want to make them jump.
Okay, and with what's the second trap after that?
So caltrop snare.
Okay, so literally just step on it, spikes, kind of painful,
Owie.
try and get enough balance.
All the
Yes.
D4s.
Okay.
Defaults everywhere.
Okay,
These
so
little buggers.
the sort of little iffy runty one steps forward onto your alarm square trap. So do you envision it as sort of a loud bang?
Yes.
Okay, so a really loud bang that echoes across the side of the mountain, just echoes out, and
Please say he trips and falls down the cliff. Please say he trips and falls down the cliff.
I know what he makes for booms. He sleeps in my name.
So I'm going to say with a 19 on his reflex, he doesn't fall off the side of the thing, but they all then become very, very spooked. That one starts running forwards.
Straight into the caltrops.
Also doesn't see the caltrops with a 12.
Okay, it's an acrobatics check.
Okay,
Dance around them.
that's a 7.
Okay, so he takes 1d4 piercing damage.
I told you they were
Okay, do you
D4s.
want to roll that?
I don't have d4. Thank you. He takes 3 points of piercing damage and 1 persistent bleed damage.
Okay.
He's also hampered 5.
Hamper 5, so he's slower moving. So with that, he steps on those, and with a reflex of 11, he trips and falls down the side of the mountain with a something of a howl.
Wilhelm scream.
So the leader seeing this, growls out, "Arr, watch out! Arr, traps!"
Right, I'm gonna pull my blade and go.
Really convincingly.
Well, in their eyes, yes. In ours, we're probably like.
For fuck's sake.
So with a 16 on perception, who was it that got below 16? On your
Velociraptor.
Yeah, so you are visible.
My Velociraptor.
Yeah, yours is above. Theirs is above. Your Velociraptor. So he sees the rustlings of those, and everybody could give me what their stealth checks are.
11.
I can't remember
18.
what my stealth was.
21.
Yours is 25.
18.
25.
Mine was 25, yours was 21.
Ah, okay, 21.
Okay, so left.
21.
So that's the name. I keep forgetting the names.
Kiara.
Kiara. Who was after 21?
I got 25.
We've already done you.
Yeah. we've
Okay,
done-
18.
I got 18 for my wolf.
Okay. Why are you rolling for your wolf? What's going on your turn?
They have separate stealth scores though. Because he's.
This is for initiative.
Oh.
Yeah, this is for the initiative for
Oh, that's
yourself.
fine then.
Yeah, so they just go. So I'll just go on your turn.
Yeah, that was more for whether they saw it or not.
Oh, that's fine,
but
James.
the initiative is for you. So yeah,
17.
so contour.
I was also 18.
Yeah, which of you has higher dex?
I'm +3.
Plus 2.
That's just because it's easier rather than. So boom, then contour. Who was after contour? Who's next after 18?
Well, you're going to have to roll a just bog standard initiative.
Yeah, yours is based on perception. So if you want to roll that.
Yeah. 26.
Oh, okay, so you're right at the top anyway. So
Well,
that's nice.
yeah, because no one expects.
Yeah, no one has a clue what
The Knowledge
you're doing
Inquisition.
yet. So it's Johan. Who is next after an 18?
That would
11.
be the only one left.
Okay.
I see. Oh, now suddenly turn into bait.
It's really hard to remember names after you've gotten used to the first set of names.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I just keep thinking Wizzy Mataz.
Wizzy Mataz!
So yeah, so it's him.
Or Blizzy douchebag.
No, he was stab him.
Yeah.
Have you met stab him?
No, I was talking about Merlin.
Have you met Merlin? No, nobody cares.
Oh.
It's not like it's your channel or anything.
No, not at all.
Okay. So essentially, so you've had one of the gnolls has fallen off the cliff to his death. I need to not write on one for that one because he's dead. So one of them's fallen off the cliff. With that, the caltrops have pretty much gone with him and scattered enough. There's enough space for them not to worry about them. The leader has stepped forwards with the others behind him. You're at the back of the pack, and he's looking around and he sees the rustlings from where the Velociraptor is, and he happens to see a bit of a tail as well.
Yeah.
He sees the rustling from behind a rock and some.
Probably my coloured hair somehow.
Yeah, you're very, very
Head
confident.
up behind a rock.
And I think, what's the time?
It's 10 to.
11.
Do we think we should leave it there rather than
Yeah.
starting the whole
I
fight?
can't stop
Yeah,
doing
I think
that.
so.
Okay, so I've got all the initiatives
I'm
written down
all
for
ready
next
to.
week.
I'm all ready to stab,
You are.
Sneaky stabby!
and then take hat off and aha! It was me all
It
along.
was
you stupid knoll.
Just as the leader's dying, you're like, I lied!
But the thing is, it's that James, you could totally just blend in with them, and they'll just be like, ah! Come fight with us, okay?
No,
Stab.
Your specific
Stab.
orders were to kill the one at the back.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't say kill the one
No,
at the
no,
back.
no.
I
You
said-
said go and follow behind them and stab them.
Yeah.
The one that's at the back,
Yeah.
go try and stab
What would
him.
have been clever is because he looks like me. Is I can reveal myself, starts to stab him things, and then he'd turn up. So they think, oh no, this orc's appeared from nowhere.
Oh dear. But yeah, so thank you very much, guys. So it has been a bit lengthy today with looking up rules and such. But we've got stuff
That
done.
was last session though, to be fair.
Yeah,
Last session was.
we've done some impressive things. It's good. So we'll be ready to start off combat next week.
Yep, and there'll be no rolling initiative because I've already got it.
So Yeah, so it's only a smidgen bit early. Yeah, nothing too bad. Brutally stabbed them with reason. But yeah, you go back to bed, Louis, man. You know, if you're not well, then yeah, get better soon. So tomorrow me and Cassis will be continuing with Mass Effect, which we probably will be finishing tomorrow. Well, the first one anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that'll be good. And then Thursday, obviously, I'll still be doing my thing on Kingdom Come Deliverance. But yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's a big game.
I
It's
understand.
huge. But yeah, so thank you very much again, guys, and hopefully we'll see you next time. So, bye for now.
Ciao.
Bye.
And we're off.
But yeah, it's definitely a bit more long-winded.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, I'm not such a fan of the crit and fail, crit success, crit fail systems. I think it's just too. Yeah, it's just too easy.
I think the idea is cool, but
So
It
too
makes it-
easy.
It's too easy to either critically fail or critically succeed.
Yes.
yeah.
I think it takes away from like the
Oh my god, I rolled a natural one.
Yeah.
I'm going to die.
because you get the awesomeness of your natural ones and 20s, but it can take that away entirely
Yeah.
if your DC is 10 above or below with your
I
1
rolled
to
a
20.
12, but I still crit failed.
Yeah, it's either all or nothing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can also have the I rolled a natural 20, but it's still not a crit because the DC is 10 higher than the.
Natural
Yeah.
20 is always.
Yeah, natural's
Yeah.
always.
And natural one is
No,
always.
it does actually say. It does actually say in the thing for the criticals, if the DC is still above 10, more even with a natural 20, it's not a critical success. It's just a success.
Oh. That actually sucks.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
discussing it.
And the natural ones, it's not a critical fail if your check is still 10 higher, which I can see because you're so good at the skill, but at the same time it takes away from that. Your
Oh
ones
shit,
and
I rolled a
20s are
one, I'm
awesome
going
or
to
horrific.
Yeah, but a lot of the point of most people that play Pathfinder and stuff like that is they hate the 5%ers.
5%ers?
Yeah, it's called the 5%ers because you could get to level 20 and it all comes down to a stupid dice roll.
Oh, okay.
Or it comes down to I don't even need to pick up the dice because as long as I don't get the 5%er, I do whatever the thing is anyway.
Yeah, the one on the 20.
Yeah.
As long as you get 2 to 20, you're fine. If you get a 1, which is the 5%er, then you're fucked. And that's a lot of people's complaints about D&D, Pathfinder, and pretty much every system that uses it.
To be honest though, I like that aspect of there is always that chance you can fuck something up because you could be the best in the world at something, but there's still that chance you can fuck it up.
Yeah. Some more than most.
You.
I don't care. I'm pretty liking the crit fail, crit success side.
That's fair. It's one of those things where
Fair.
some people will like it, some people won't, and that's part of the thing for the playtesting. They can see what the majority prefer or don't prefer, and you get that sort of average curve of it.
I think a lot of the problem, like you've correctly identified, is the resonance pool stuff.
Yeah. I don't like it for
Because the
necking
only
potions.
class that it doesn't. Oh, thank you. The only class that it allows you to use a statistic other than charisma is the alchemist, and they can use the intelligence.
Yeah, like it means most classes, if they're not trying to have charisma, or if they aren't like a sorcerer or something that needs charisma,
Yeah.
are probably going to have a drop in resonance points, and they're going to get shafted by it.
Yeah.
And with the potions being off resonance, it's prohibitively painful to do.
So is that to stop you using all your potions at once?
It's just to stem the flow of magic items.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magic items, I get, that's fine. It's just potions, it's...
Yeah, consumables. I don't think necessarily should have it.
I mean, they could just say that sort of certain potions, will you can only so many a day will be effective.
See, with potions, I think it should
So
only
it
be a
doesn't matter
ridiculously powerful one
well,
that should be
no,
resonance.
you can have things like it doesn't matter how many healing potions you drink in 24 hours, it's only going to heal you so much.
But like you've got, as one of the potential examples, like if you've got like a super healing potion that pretty much restores you to full, gets rid of any effects, any exhaustion, all that kind of stuff, I can see that using resonance.
Yeah.
Whereas a normal healing potion, I just don't think there should be resonance point costs for it.
Yeah.
Because
No,
it
fair enough.
it takes away from, if a party is fairly proactive in potions or they don't have a healer of some kind.
Yeah, they need potions.
Yeah, potions.
Oh,